New beginnings bring us hope, excitement, promise, and a purpose. After 32 years of the Porridge era, the Eaglets have a new leader to captain their flights in the lake area. The 8-time state champion St. Mary's Eaglets are counting on a familiar face to get them back on the runway. Former high school All-American JermaineGonzales knows how to navigate a winner. He took the Porritt-led Eaglets to the promised land twice at the turn of the century. His high-flying offense is a fresh coat of red paint for the boys from Old Lake. Meanwhile, Hudsonville head coach Brent can feel the turbulence of taking over a new program too. He took over 4 years ago for a 29-year coaching vet from the Ville. The Eagles are looking to get back to the golden era of the early 2000s, a time that saw the Ice Cream City fly into the D for a few title appearances. Both teams are looking to get back to good after Week 1 losses on the road to formidable opponents. Last season, OLSM stood by long enough to catch a hard-fought win in Hudsonville, 17-15. Can the Eaglets make the home debut of the Gonzales era memorable? Or will the Eagles of Hudsonville get their revenge and fly out of Metro Detroit with the dub? We got it all right here for you tonight on Metro Detroit's best coverage of high school football. On the Prep, fire up the engines and clear the runway. From Orchard Lake, it's now time for Gridiron Game Day.
You're looking live at Monsignor Molesky Field in Orchard Lake, Michigan, where tonight, Week 2 action. A Gridiron Game Day brings us to Orchard Lake St. Mary's for the Eaglets against the Eagles of Hudsonville. Hello again, everybody. My name is Chad Bush alongside Matt Derry. Glad to have Week 2 action here on Gridiron Game Day and live here on the Prep for St. Mary's and Hudsonville. A rematch, Matt, of something last year that went down in Hudsonville. St. Mary's was able to escape at a very good ball game, and it foreshadows something tonight of greater importance.
Well, these two teams are young, and it's a brand new St. Mary's look. Both teams lost last week. Both teams want to improve offensively, Chad, and score more points. And this ought to be an interesting game tonight. I think these two coaches are going to find out a little bit more about their teams after tonight.
Of course, St. Mary's starts with first-year head coach JermaineGonzales. Gonzales, the former All-American at Orchard Lake St. Mary's back in 2000. At the high school level, went on to play basketball and football at the University of Michigan. He's coached 14 years at St. Mary's and waited for his turn. George Port retired 32 years later, an outstanding reign that saw 7 state titles. But Jermaine brings a new breath of fresh air into the program and brings some different parts to the program that we have not ever seen in St. Mary's long illustrious history.
Well, I mean, Chad, let's be honest. They're going to throw the football. I mean, St. Mary's football for so many years under George Port was successful running the football, wishbone, 3 backs in the backfield. Now, you're going to see a guy like Ryan Mooney tonight, a wide receiver, that JermaineGonzales plucked away from baseball as an athlete on the outside. So that's something that I'm sure St. Mary's fans are not going to be used to seeing, but JermaineGonzales is hoping to kind of get Mooney going tonight like he did last week.
Meanwhile, Hudsonville, who comes in off a season last year that was disappointing, 4-5. They did come back strong in Week 1. They had a fine outing against Saline, the other Carr, and they competed in that game, Matt. An impressive showing by Brent Sandy in his 4th year. The boys from the OK Red are not going to play tonight. They're coming to Orchard Lake with bad intentions.
They are. I think they want to get better. They want to clean some things up. We'll talk about that in the keys momentarily, but a couple of guys certainly to watch if you're talking about Hudsonville. Brad Reardon, the Navy commit, and free safety, wide receiver, can kind of do everything. And Eli Vanderveen, last week, 160 yards in the opener, also had an interception as a cornerback, so can play both ways, wide receiver and corner, 1 and 6. We'll watch for them tonight, certainly for the guys in the white uniforms.
Look at that flow. Look at the shades.
Oh, man.
I mean,
that's a Marty Mallaton look.
Yes, a little bit. A little bit more flavor, a little bit more fire out of Hudsonville. They come in after the game last year. They fell 17-15 to St. Mary's. Anthony Kiafoulis a big part of the win. Now let's get to Orchard Lake St. Mary's and their impact players. Matt, there's a couple of fellows that stand out. There's more, but these two really made an impact last week against Adams.
Oh, I don't think there's any question about it. We talked about Ryan Mooney, all-everything baseball player, of course, Alex's younger brother, but he's made a name for himself now on the outside as a wide receiver. Went up and got a couple last week. Unbelievable. 2 touchdowns and was fantastic. And you mentioned Anthony Kafoulis, who can really play both sides of the football. And we talked to JermaineGonzales this week, and he said, this is our heartbeat. Anthony's our heartbeat. So he's going to have to step up tonight, get in that backfield, and disrupt some things for Hudsonville.
Kafoulis, Mooney, guys to keep an eye on. Lots of stars in Orchard Lake tonight in the northern suburbs of Metro Detroit. We're coming right back with a few words from the head coach from Hudsonville. Brent Sandy and the HudsonvilleEagles are in Orchard Lake and ready to take on the Eaglets. We're ready to host it here on Gridiron Game Day. We're back right after these.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
I'm Lexi Ayala here with Hudsonville's head coach, Brent Sandy. Coach, tell me about the offseason. What work did you guys put in? What'd you focus on?
Yeah, I mean, just getting better. We try to take an approach every day, getting better, stronger, faster, being able to run our offense or defense. So nothing, one thing that we're trying to do, but just getting better as a team, getting better as individuals.
And Coach, what do you think the biggest strength of this team is so far?
Leadership. Got a lot of senior leaders on it that are just awesome kids. A lot of them had opportunities to play last year as juniors, and just great kids and smart kids and do what we ask. So absolutely.
Coach, it's a long season. At least we hope it's going to be. So what do you do in your off time to finally wind down and relax?
What's that? Off time, right? No, I mean, we just love it. Like, my family's supportive of it, and my wife and kids, and so it's just football. I mean, maybe there's a little bit off time in the spring a little bit, but no, it's always football, so just love it.
And Coach, finally, what's your thoughts on St. Mary's? What's the game plan for this game specifically?
They're really fast. They got a lot of athletes over here, and hopefully we can kind of slow down some of their big plays on offense, protect our quarterback offensively for us, and hopefully it'll be a competitive game.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck today.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Welcome back to Monsignor Molesky Field. My name is Chad Bush alongside Matt Derry, and we are getting set for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, who brings in Hudsonville. Both teams coming off a loss. We heard from the head coach, Brent Sandy, who also teaches economics at Hudsonville. He's been there for 19 years. We'll see more about him, but it's time to meet and understand the first-year head coach, JermaineGonzales, who sat down earlier this week with us. Here's JermaineGonzales' thought on the other side of this timeout.
Very productive. Just the synergy or energy that came with just new coach, excitement around the school and campus, and just all the workouts, winter workouts. Everybody was excited to get after it. So team goals obviously is to win the Catholic League, win the Division IV state championship. I think the biggest strength of our team, if I had to pick one, I would have to say our leadership, our captain. I don't get downtime. 3 kids, wife, football, AD. That's really a question I should be able to answer, but I don't get downtime. It's constant. We're constantly moving. So tradition, brotherhood, the campus, everything about the school. That's the main 3 things that I would say. But it's just we got this saying around here, it's just different. And until you go here and experience it, it's just one of those different places that you need to kind of come through here to understand what we mean by it's just different. So, but I would say the brotherhood, the tradition here, the history, and the people, just a lot of good, genuine people here to help support each other. So, well, any team coming off a loss is going to prepare like never before. I think they're a great, well-coached team who's going to be physical. They got size. They got big fellas over there, and they're going to play hard. I know they're going to play hard every play. So we just got to come ready for a physical game. So.
They say that this is a game of inches, but I disagree. This is a game of desire and will. 4 quarters of epic drama that plays out in real time right before our very eyes. And every season begins the same way, with a desire to win. Those with the will to put in the effort and time put themselves in the best position to achieve their desire. This is why we go to work early and come home late. Why we go so hard and why we put in all these hours. Because we have a desire to be great and the will to become everything we dreamed of and more. So when the drama's thick and it comes down to just those few precious inches, we have no doubt what the outcome will be. Because we have the will to outwork anyone to get what we desire. It doesn't matter if it's inches or 100 yards. We want it more, and we're going to take it. That's game.
Chad, St. Mary's head coach JermaineGonzales told me that one of the most important things to him was recruiting kids from inside the school to play on the football team. He said, of course, you can bring in transfers from all over the state, all over the country, but the kids that play sports here at St. Mary's understand what the brotherhood and the culture of this school is all about. He said those are the type of kids that he wants. He also told me one of the first kids that he turned over to the dark side is who he also coins as his dark horse, wide receiver Ryan Mooney, because of his raw athleticism and speed. He said he's been trying to get Mooney over to the football team for years, but Mooney's 100% focus was on baseball. Once he finally got that commitment to Notre Dame, he said, Coach, I'm coming. And Chad, they've been having a blast with this baseball star turned football player.
About it. Thanks so much, Lexi Ayala, our sideline reporter. We appreciate her hard work. Yeah, Ryan Mooney has been a blessing. There's other stars on this offense. We haven't talked about Braden Layden, but as Lexi said, finding that identity, getting guys within the school, very important. Gonzales was able to do that. There's more to come, but it was a good start with Mooney and others.
Oh, yeah, and they needed some playmaking ability, a wide receiver. And, again, when you change systems like they did with Coach Port's run, first offense to wide receivers, that's what they wanted to do.
All right, we're going to take a timeout for the national anthem. Coming up on the other side of this timeout, we're getting set for St. Mary's in Hudsonville from Monsignor Molesky Field right here on Gridiron Game Day.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Everywhere you look this time of year, people are running, and that's a great thing because running is an excellent exercise, especially for your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems. But the question is, are you running a safe running program? All too often, people are hobbled by things like shin splints and patellar tendonitis. But luckily, simple things like stretching and warm-up, the right running shoes, and realistic weekly mileages can keep you in your running game. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
All right, things starting to heat up a bit. Matt Derry and Chad Bush with you. Time to go to Matt for his keys to victory for both teams. Matt Derry, what do you have, sir?
Well, for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, it's pretty simple. They have got to protect the quarterback. Braden Layden last week was under a lot of duress. It was not the best performance for St. Mary's, certainly against a very good Rochester Adams team, but JermaineGonzales said it numerous times to his team, we got to block. We got to give Braden Layden some time to throw. And when you're talking about Hudsonville and their head coach, Brent Sandy, it's pretty simple. The special teams have got to be cleaned up. Last week, think about this, Chad, kickoff coverage problems, field position for Celine at the 40, at the 50, all night long, and they had a field goal blocked. So you look at what Hudsonville brings to the table, 4 turnovers and a blocked field goal last week, but it starts with special teams in that unit. Coach Sandy took responsibility for it, telling us, hey, that's on me. I had some different guys out there. He anticipates more cleaner game on that special teams, and they'll get the football to start this one, Chad.
That special teams right now, the pressure on St. Mary's to kick it off. Let's meet the specialists for St. Mary's. The kickoff specialist and the extra point and the field goal kicker is Jenner Leib, the 5'8 senior. First year kicking at St. Mary's. He'll boot it off and back deep for Hudsonville is number 12, Carson Dykstra, and number 7, John Haas. And we are set to go. Week 2 Gridiron game day is underway. Kickoff taken at the 20 and up across the 30. And it's taken by John Haas. So Hudsonville will start. We'll meet the Hudsonville offense led by Trey Carr as the Eagles will start at the 34-yard line. Trey Carr, a senior, Matt, and a guy that was very accurate a season ago. What's the book on Mr. Carr?
Well, they like him a lot. He won the job last year at this time. He's got a little Brett Favre in him. You know, a little short, stocky, wearing number 4 gunslinger. Was watching him in warm-up, zipping it in there. Was kind of behind some receivers a little bit last week for the 2 interceptions. Kind of ironic because, as the coach told us, Coach Sandy told us the other day, doesn't really turn it over much and didn't last year. But 2 interceptions last week against a very good Celine team. He wants to clean that up tonight.
All right. The coordinators for Hudsonville are Matt Meerman and Mike Shalhoop. They split the duties and run and pass. There's a hitch route right away, and it's caught. Breaks a tackle, and it's a first down catch. The catch is made by number 1. That's Elijah Vanderveen, a senior, and a guy that they count on, and he had a big week last week, Matt.
Eli Vanderveen, big kid, too, 6'4". Look at the size. And they're going to keep this thing moving. We talked to Coach Sandy about his offense, and he said we're going to spread it out. You know, our quarterback threw for 1,900 yards last year, and our receivers are good. So utilize what you got.
Roberts declined. Dykstra, Hansen, and Denhoff up front for the Eagles. Behind Trey Carr in the gun. Right hash just underway. Handoff is up the middle and not much doing there. The give is to Connor Britnall, and he's stuffed by this Dan Giesling defense. And they're pretty tough up front with the 2 big fellas stepping in.
Yeah, JoJo Jones, Jordan Jones in there, Janda in there. You're going to hear the Janda last name a lot. Like to see Josh, number 44, get in there from that middle linebacker spot.
2nd down and 8 from the right hash for Hudsonville. First drive just underway. Dan Giesling, the first-year defensive coordinator. Happy birthday to Dan Giesling. And we'll meet the St. Mary's defense in just a bit. 3 wide receivers. Carr getting pressured, and down he goes at the 36. Mr. Janda gets up and does a little bit of strutting.
Great coverage down the field, Chad. That's a coverage sack. As you watch the replay, it's got some time, and then there was nowhere else to go. And Janda gets him from behind, but give a half a sack to everybody across that defensive front. 4-3, kind of a 4-2-5 right now.
Yeah.
And I really like what I saw from that push up front from the guys in black.
So it's a 3rd down and, about 18. All the way back to the 37. It's a keeper by Carr, and he's just going to eat it for a few. And it's going to be punting time for the Eagles on their first drive. Cole Olston on the tackle for St. Mary's.
Really nice play by Olston, number 8, kind of moving around some bodies. A little conservative call there on 3rd and 18 from Coach Sandy, just electing to, let's play the field position game here, Chad. And here comes that crazy punt team. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, they have a right-legged kicker, or punter, Eli Vanderveen, and a left-legged punter, Jack Zuderveen. And nobody knows where it's coming from. Ferris State does this. And this time, it's going to come from Eli Vanderveen. Back deep is Cole Olson, who catches it and takes it across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, you love Chris Bowen, the special teams coach for Hudsonville. He's the CEO of the special teams, as Brent told us before the game. And Chris got that from Ferris State. Put 2 punters back there to try to confuse the return team a little bit.
Braden Ladine, the quarterback, the senior for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. And Ladine, a good-sized quarterback, 5'11", 210, throws a nice ball, and he's going to be able to let it loose this year with his new offense led by Kevin Rogers.
Exactly, with the more air raid Rogers, and Ladine last year really just was handing the ball off, Chad. We saw a lot of games last year with just mostly runs, but he's going to get an opportunity to throw.
Handoff this time. He goes up the middle. This is Zane Nesson, the running back, the lone featured running back. Of course, St. Mary's featured 3 running backs in a set most of the time in the George Porritt era, which ended a season ago after 32 years and 7 state titles. JermaineGonzales, of course, played for George Porritt. There's a turn and a give to Nesson again. He got 5 the first time. He gets 5 this time. It might be 3rd and an inch or a first down. We'll wait and see. But St. Mary's says, yeah, we can throw it, but we're going to run it now.
Well, Hudsonville's a 3-4 defense. They like to attack, pin their ears back, and go. And so 2 delays from St. Mary's. I like the call.
Rounds returns as the left tackle. Gabe Day is the left guard. Justin Sigler, the prep zone in the middle at the center spot. Gabe Thayer at the right guard spot, and Victor Giller, the right tackle. Rounds maybe the best of the bunch, and he returns this week. He missed week 1. There's a hitch route that's caught and tackled immediately. This is Duke Coates, the 5'7", 140-pound junior, who catches a hitch for 5 yards. And St. Mary's averaging 5 yards a play after 3 plays.
Yeah, right now they're kind of using Mooney and Thomas on the far side as decoys. Watch number 1, Antwon Thomas, now in the slot. That could be a tough matchup for this Hudsonville secondary.
St. Mary's will check a tight end in here. This is a rare sighting. Eaglets will check in Josh Janda, the freshman. There's a handoff left side, has a hole, and Zane Nesson takes it from the 47 down to the 44. That's a 7-yard run, 7:20 left in the first, no score, but the Eaglets a little bit more profitable right now, Matthew, on the run.
I love that they pulled the guard there. Darryl Rounds, the left tackle, did a great job of kind of sealing his block. And Zane Nesson, one of the captains of this team. Chad Bush, you were a captain here.
Yes, I was. The silent assassin is Zane Nesson. There's another hitch route. This is Cole Olston, the Detroit King transfer. Olston started at St. Mary's, transferred to King last year, won a state title at King, said, I'm good, I got my bling, I'm going back to St. Mary's, and I'm going to try to win a Division IV ring. He'd be the first player ever in state history to win a Division III and Division IV ring if he could pull that off.
Well, he missed the red turf.
A lot of work to be done there now.
Yes,
but
he wanted to get back to that red turf. That's what he missed. Good drive so far from St. Mary's.
2nd down and 2. Layden throws a short route left side, nothing there. This is Bryce Jadasak, a lightly used sophomore, and he is hit quickly and hit firmly. Tackle made by Chase Seolick coming up from his safety spot.
Yeah, Seolick made a really nice play. The junior there, number 10, just kind of, he saw this coming, snuffed it out. You see Ladine with a quick throw. This is just one-on-one. Beat your man. He couldn't. And Seolick got some help as well as his buddy Dalen Sumrell came over.
Nate Allen, the defensive coordinator for Hudsonville. It's Kevin Air Rogers in his first year as the offensive coordinator for St. Mary's. Rogers coming over from Loyola where he was the head coach. JermaineGonzales really loves the chemistry with Rogers and what he's all about.
Remember, this Hudsonville defense last week went up against C.J. Carr, one of the top quarterbacks, not just in the state, but in the country, heading to Notre Dame. That's Lloyd Carr, the former Michigan head coach, of course, his grandson. And, as Coach Sandy told us, the defense did a pretty good job on Carr. So this defense has seen some good quarterback play already.
Another hitch route, another catch for Cole Olston, who makes the snatch. He had 4 catches last week. And St. Mary's lost to St. Mary's lost to Rochester Adams, 42-12. Meanwhile, Hudsonville lost to Saline, 24-15.
I like what I see right now. A little no huddle for both teams. So moving the football pretty well. Inside the 25, Chad.
2nd down and 4, and this time it's looks like St. Mary's started early. St. Mary's skilled positions a little bit more wide receiver dependent this year. You look at Nesson, the senior, the silent assassin they call him. As Matt said, one of the captains. Ryan Mooney, a wide receiver in his first year, ran a 4.25 40 at the Miami camp. Cole Olston, the King transfer. Antwon Thomas, watch out for number 1, he's electric. And Duke Coates, a steady, solid receiver and a two-way guy. 2nd down now and 8. There's a handoff left side. And short gain.
Leo Wilson getting an opportunity, Chad.
First carry of the night.
Another diminutive one back there.
Slight in stature, but a mighty and a low to the ground, powerful runner.
I think this is 2-down territory for JermaineGonzales. I think he's going here, 3rd and 3. Might have 2 plays ready.
Ladine throws it right side, and it's off the fingertips. Looked like miscommunication between Mooney and Ladine. And this is 4th and 3 on the 25.
Got to go.
Leib Jenner, the kicker. I don't know if they're comfortable with him in this range.
Yeah,
it would be a long one,
This
Matt.
would be 42 from the left hash. Ball's not centered. I think the way your defense was playing at the beginning of the game and that first series, Chad, you go for it here, and that's exactly what Jermaine's going to do.
2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. 4th and 4 for St. Mary's on the 25 of Hudsonville. Ladine in trouble, steps up, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Had Mooney open for a minute, but was scrambling, and credit the Hudsonville defense for stepping up and getting a stop deep in their red zone.
Yeah, Eli Vanderveen was out there, number 1. Jack Zeiderveen, number 15, kind of bothering the play. You see here, could he have taken that himself and tried to make a play? He couldn't. So both offenses stalled, Chad, and we're still scoreless.
No score. And Hudsonville from the OK Red. So Hudsonville takes over from their own 25, 3:53 to go, first quarter, their 2nd drive. 3 wide receivers, motion left to right. And the give right side, and the give this time is to number 7. And that is John Haas, Haas's first carry. We saw him in the kick return game. And a nice scamper there, picks up 5 yards, Matt.
They want to run quick stuff. They want to keep this offense in shotgun pretty much the entire game. They want to spread it out, but as Coach Sandy told us the other day, we'll run some power too. That's exactly what they did in that first series with Connor Brentwall.
Reardon, Dykstra, Vanderveen, Brentnall, and Beamer are the backs, receivers, and tight end. You still can't get over the hair. Such great hair out of Mr. Reardon. Left side caught. Makes a man miss and gets ahead, surging across the 35 to the 36. They go back to Haas, and he's gotten a couple chunk plays here. That moves the Eagles into 1st down territory.
Watch the junior here, kind of a wobbler. He faked like he was going left, turned back right, and a really nice cutback and a 1st down. Much needed for this Hudsonville team. The Eagles of Hudsonville made a long trek here, Chad, from Grand Rapids area.
Anthony Kafoulis at the defensive end spot. He's going to Penn to play baseball. Jordan Jones, one of the defensive tackle pluggers. And right there, plugs up the middle. Along with a fellow we'll tell you about right now. Number 10, Skylar Bonner, who's in that linebacker corp. Watch out for Bonner. His father played here. But Kafoulis, Jones, Deonis, along with Nesson, Olston, and Bonner in the middle. Bonner's in the middle, Olston on the outside is the Vipers, they call it. And Zane Nesson, the 2-way starter. Coates, White, Everett, and the other Coates. A.J. Marks is actually starting in place of Chris Coates. So that is a later addition. 2nd down and 9. Back to pass. Carr looking deep, got a man.
That's
incomplete.
Interference. Oh, I can't believe they didn't throw the flag.
It was a grab, and Mr. Marks was beat. He held on for dear life to the big 6'4" Elijah Vanderveen, and nobody somehow saw it except us.
Wow.
Okay.
He decides C.J. Carr to go deep, and he's grabbing him. And he's turning around like, wait, what? Vanderveen had him beat on that post.
Marks was beat, but watch out for this kid. Number 21, A.J. Marks, the bottom of the screen. We saw last week a fabulous freshman in Corey Sadler. Most folks have this kid, A.J. Marks, rated right up there with Sadler. There's a throw left side and incomplete. It was wide of the intended receiver. Haas, solid coverage that time for St. Mary's. Number 2, Cameron Everett, who's moving over to safety this week from corner to allow Marks to get in there and play. This is a smart move by Dan Giesling and JermaineGonzales.
I love it, and I love the fact that they're gambling a little bit defensively. They're aggressive. We saw very conservative, I'm saying conservative defense, Chad, in the past, but kind of a read and react. We're seeing more attacking, more gambling tonight. And at that time, good coverage and not a great throw from C.J. Carr.
So punting time.
Trey Carr, excuse me.
That's all right.
I'm thinking C.J.
They played each
Carr
other
from last week. It was Carr versus Carr, yeah.
How about that one?
How many times am I going to do that tonight?
Over-under's 4.5.
Here's the left-footed punter this time.
This is the left-footed punter, and this man's name is Jack Zuderveen, and this thing's going to roll dead at about the 41. And here comes the St. Mary's offense. So, Matt, your thoughts so far on this scoreless battle with 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter?
If you looked at the scouting report from last week, this is exactly what we expected. Those offenses a week ago just could not develop any kind of consistency. You know, OLSM scored 12 and only 15 points last week for Hudsonville. So I think this is not to be expected. I think the defenses are ahead of the offense right now as we turn the corner into September.
Handoff in the backfield, and that is a stuff job. And that is a stuff job by Trent Merveau, one of the defensive linemen up front. He's stout.
Yeah, all three guys got in there, Carter, Parker, and Merveau.
Yeah.
You see them on the screen. That was no chance. 5 blocking 3, and those 3 guys in the white uniforms took care of business.
There you see them, Merveau, Parker, and Carter. We showed you that. And we got, there's the throw left side, caught. Big time move here at the 45 to the 50. Watch out. This is Antwon Thomas, the sophomore, making magic happen, and that's what he does, and that's what you told us about, Matt.
Well, remember, it was 1 year ago, you and I in the same stadium. Antwon Thomas didn't play the first quarter. Second quarter, all of a sudden he's on a kick return, and he just electrifies. And what did I say to you? Keep him on the field. I don't know where you want to put him in the backfield, in the slot. Somehow number 1's got to be touching that pill.
No doubt. He does there. It's a gain of 10 on the play. False start here for St. Mary's. That's on Gabe Thayer, the right guard. Talked to him before the ball game. Helped us carry a couple things. Appreciate his efforts. There's a polling play. Handoff left side. Watch out. This is Nesson. Check that. This is Leo Wilson with his second carry. And look at this. 5'3", 152. And Leo Wilson has been a little bit of a spark in that backfield for the run game.
Good blocking up front. Again, pulling guard from the left side, and Thayer making some headway for Leo. And he's had a couple of nice runs so far tonight. He's going to get it again here.
So St. Mary's, who last week rushed for just 14 yards in the game, has already rushed for over 40 yards in the first quarter.
Man, keep feeding number 6. 5 up front for St. Mary's doing a number. After that first play, I was stuffed. They come right back, and they're blowing them off the ball.
So St. Mary's 1st and 10 from the 32. Give it to the hot back Leo Wilson. Trucks a defender.
That's not fair.
And forces another defender in Joshua Ruzian to get drugged to the 28-yard line.
Oh, somebody get Jalen Oosting off the floor. He just got run over.
Melted ice cream on that red carpet.
Man.
Somebody better clean that up.
Len Karshny on the sidelines. Love that.
Statting it up. There's a handoff left side. Watch out. Zane Nesson with fresh legs. Nesson at 6 foot, 195, likes to run through guys too, but he's got a little bit more physical stature to do so. He gets a nice chunk gain here, man.
Well, we've talked so much, Chad, about throwing the football and a different look on offense, and JermaineGonzales taking over for his mentor, George Porritt. But right now, if I'm Orchard Lake St. Mary's, I'm running the football right into the end zone. Keep running that ball.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
I'm Lexi Ayala with St. Mary's head coach Matt Petrie for the baseball team, national champions back-to-back, state championships 3 years in a row. How do you create such a goated program?
It's just all the kids and how much they bought into putting in the work in the off season. Like I was saying earlier, we're starting next week with our strength and conditioning program. They're always putting in that extra effort in the off season, and it kind of just breeds some competitiveness within our program.
Coach, and we got your team right here behind us right now cheering us on. I know you graduated 12 seniors last year, but returning a whole bunch of them, it sounds like. Tell me about some of the guys you're bringing back.
Yeah, we lost a lot of really good players, but we have a lot of really good players that will be taking over for them. Guys like Blake Grimmer, Ryan Mooney, Jason Oliver, Ryan McKay, Parker Pasevich. We're really excited about our team coming up again this year. Will we have the same amount of success as last year? That's tough to do, but I'm excited about our team coming up.
And Coach, how important is it for you to bring your team out here and support the football team and their teammate, Ryan Mooney, and some of those other guys?
Yeah, so it's nice to see Ryan out here. He hadn't been playing football since freshman year, and our guys support him. And, it's nice to have them out here supporting the school because these guys supported us in the spring.
All right, thanks for doing the interview with me, Coach. Appreciate it.
Great job, Alexi Ayala. Thank you very much for that sideline report. Thank you to Matt Petrie, too, the two-time national and state champion head coach. How about it for Matt Petrie and the Eaglets Baseball Club?
Yeah, he's a fantastic coach and an incredible roster that he puts together every year. They're always in it.
3rd and 9 caught. Did you just say they're always in it?
Always in it. They're always in the mix. Always in it. Always in the mix.
The mix for a national title.
Yeah.
Going to be tough to do that. A three-peat would be a challenge, but you never know.
Well, Hudsonville, give them credit, Chad. They plugged the holes on 1st and 2nd down. St. Mary's came out of the timeout after the quarter and said, we're going to continue to run it. And the Eagles stacked the box, made them throw on 3rd and long. Now they'll have to settle for about a 31-yard field goal.
So this is Jenner Leib, who missed a field goal attempt last week at Rochester Adams. This would be his first high school field goal attempt. It'll be 31 yards from the right hash. And it'll come from the snap of Chudler, the hold from Jack Bardis, and the kick for Jenner Leib is up and good. And so St. Mary's, with 10:06 to go in the second quarter, takes a 3-0 lead over Hudsonville.
Sidewinding kick. I mean, it was not pretty, but it got over the uprights, and a nice drive for St. Mary's leads to points.
So we'll keep it right here. 3-0 St. Mary's over Hudsonville. The Eaglets draw first blood as we get another look at this field goal attempt. Wasn't a Picasso.
No. Watch the rotation of this thing.
Have that from the camera that's right behind, going into the field goal?
Kind of a curveball.
Yep.
But who cares?
Well, it's with the baseball theme.
It's a 31-yarder, and it goes in.
Yeah, and it's the baseball theme. You got to throw a curve sometimes when you got the baseball coach coming out of an interview.
I mean,
and you're honoring this team at halftime?
This baseball program here has been so good. So good.
Oh, all right. So, St. Mary's to kick it off. They lead 3-0. Let's get a look at some stats right now in this ball game. Hudsonville, 4 rushes for 5 yards. St. Mary's, 11 rushes for 57 yards, Matt. That's really the story of the ball game.
So far it is. They've done a nice job establishing the run coming out of the shotgun. And what a surprise Leo Wilson has been so far. He's done a very good job and finding holes and led to that 3 points there.
Wilson and Nesson both with 30 yards on the ground. We'll get that scoring drive in a moment. The kickoff for Leib, who just drew the first points of the night. And the return is underway on the right side. That's Carson Dykstra, the sophomore. And he's out of bounds just shy of the 30. Week 2, Matt, a chance, everybody says, to get better from week 1. What do you see so far? Do either one of these teams look better than they did in week 1?
It's early. It's still too early to be seen. We haven't seen any turnovers yet. Both coaches talked about cleaning up some of the turnovers that were suffered last week. I think JermaineGonzales has to be very pleased with the way his team has run the football so far. And, of course, the defense has kind of stopped the pass, which has been good. And this is a big drive right now for Hudsonville. Their offense has got to put up some points to get some momentum going.
Hudsonville under Carr has yet to really get it going in this game through the air.
Watch for Eli Vanderbeek, number 1. That's a guy got to touch the football.
Handoff right side. It is number 4. That's Trey Carr, the quarterback. A keeper, as they call it. And we got a timeout on the field with 9:50 left. Is there a flag down?
I did not see one, but it appears that there is. Let's see what the call is. A hold against Hudsonville.
Looks to be a hold on Hudsonville.
They got to fix the referee's microphone.
That's the first penalty of the night. Or excuse me, St. Mary's has 2 penalties already tonight. All right.
That's the second on Hudsonville, Chad. So early in the season, you're going to see some of that. These teams don't play preseason games or exhibition games like we see at the pro level.
Can we get into the school graphics, St. Mary's team profile?
So obvious passing situation here, 1st and 20.
Carr has a curl route caught at the 25 across the 30 to the 33, and that's his big tight end. That's number 80. That's Morris. That's Braxton Morris, the junior. He's number 81 in your lineup, but he's 80 on the field. The curveballs continue here tonight at Molesky Field.
That's a big kid. They split out wide that time, and you just get a chunk play and get 15 yards back. Get it to him and let him move.
Good size, 6'4", 220. He's out there one-on-one against Duke Coates, the fine cover man. How about a guy named Coates to cover you? Makes sense. Throws right side, out route, caught by number 19. That's Jack Eulig, the senior wide receiver, and it's another healthy gain and a first down.
So 1st and 20, pushed back in their territory. And yet 2 nice throws here from Trey Carr. Back to back. They kept him protected there. A shot putted it out there and a first down. Again, the key for Hudsonville is protecting their passer. But he's going to get it out quick.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. It's the gun for Hudsonville. Carr back to pass, throwing deep, 9 route. It is off the fingertips. Had coverage along that far side. They were going after the junior corner, Coates, and off the fingertips. This was close.
That's a great call on first down. Go to your big fella. Number 1, Eli Vanderveen. One-on-one coverage, safety over the top, comes over a little bit late. And wow, if he catches that thing, he might be gone.
Coverage across the way for St. Mary's. I believe that was Charles White. 2nd down and 10. Carr in trouble. Pocket collapses on the run, and Bonner's right there to bury him at the line of scrimmage.
Great one-on-one tackle in the open field. Really, really nice play by Skylar Bonner. A sophomore with just so much potential and so much, junior with so much potential and speed. And boy, he ran him down nicely.
They really like Skylar Bonner, a guy who's had some
He just
legacy.
looks the part.
Yes.
He's got that Levante David look.
He does.
In the middle, a great linebacker for Tampa Bay. And
good, yeah.
Hate to compare him to an NFL player, but he has that kind of size and look to him.
Well, this is a Division I player now, and he's a new face in the middle of that defense, and they're relying heavily on the junior Bonner. 3rd down and 9 from their own 43 for Hudsonville, who trails 3-0 in this game. Carr with a 5-step drop over the middle, tight end again, has it caught short of the first down. He needed to get to the 48. He got to the 49. It'll be 4th and 1, and really no decision here for Hudsonville and their fine head coach, Brent Sandy.
Yeah, Brent's been around a long time as an assistant at Hudsonville, 4th year as a head coach. And this will be an interesting call. A former offensive coordinator in his own right. 4th and 1, they're going for it.
Sure was at Kenowa Hills. Went to Grand Rapids Union High School over on the left side of the state. 4th and 1, shotgun remains from the 49 for Hudsonville. St. Mary's in their 4-2-5, plugging up that middle, and it's a first down and a keeper for Carr and a first down.
Yeah, Brent told us this week some of his mentors, Dave Durham, Kevin Shore, guys that he worked with, everywhere from Hudsonville to Kentwood Hills, Kennewa. He, of course, was a head coach at Whitehall for 1 year, but was making a long drive to work.
He said, forget that.
And now he's like, hey, I'm getting an opportunity to come back to be an assistant and maybe take over this program, and that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
Here at Hudsonville.
It's been a program that's been to the state finals a few times. 98, 2000, 2003. It's had some success. There's a pass caught. Another gain of about 8. Catch this time is caught by number 12. That's Carson Dykstra, the sophomore, his second catch of the game. And Hudsonville looks like they have a plan, and they're executing well on this drive, Matt. What have they done different?
Well, right now I think they're lessening the drops. I think in terms of the steps for Carr, more three-step drop stuff. Say that 3 times fast. And he's getting rid of it. And they're doing a nice job. The guys up front are doing well. Watch for a little draw play or something, a run here to kind of throw St. Mary's off.
2nd and short, motion.
There's
Carr calls his own number, and it's a big gain up the right side, down inside the 20 to the 19. Finally hawked down by Olston, but not before a gain of 20 yards on the play. And with 5.5 to go till halftime, that's the best chunk play of the night so far from the guys from Hudsonville.
It's a great call by the OC. And listen, you could just see, Chad, I saw a run coming because you could just watch St. Mary's back up a little bit. We know another pass is coming.
Yep.
And great call to get that quarterback keeper going.
Strong block by Cooper Roberts on that right side. Back to pass. Carr, pocket breaks down, in trouble. Kaful has missed him in the backfield. Carr makes another man miss just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's dangerous stuff. I thought at that point, just slide and get down.
Yep.
He was in a heap of trouble. Good coverage down the field. That will lead to a 2nd and 10. So no gain, no sack on the play. Really nice play.
Carr threw for 1,900 yards in 9 games last year as the quarterback. He threw just 1 interception all season. And a guy that's a leader in the school, 4.0 GPA, student council.
Yep.
This is your guy. Off the edge, middle screen,
great
watch out. And a quick wrap-up. Skylar Bonner came from under the red turf, cut out a hole in the carpet, and made that tackle. Where did he come from?
If Ciolik doesn't get tackled there by Bonner, it's curtains. He's in for a touchdown. Bonner saved a touchdown. Another nice call, little middle screen. And boy, Bonner saved the day. Look at that. That's how you wrap up. That's a great tackle.
3rd down and 4, we'll call it. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. The running back to the right of Carr in the shotgun is Gibson Cock. Pitch right side, Cock has it, and he's bumped out of bounds after a gain of about, he might have lost a yard, Matt.
It's close. He got it. He got maybe 1 or 2. It looks like it'll be about 4th and 1.5 here.
Okay. So just a quick pitch off the edge, and St. Mary's defends it well.
You asked Coach this week. He said, what about your kicking game? Do you have one? And he said, our special teams were a little shaky in the opener. We have a kicking game. We're fine with, Ian Jenkins trying a field goal, but they're thinking they need a timeout to think about this one.
We need a timeout as well. We'll break with them. We're back in 30 seconds. This is Gridiron Game Day on the Prep.
Your score, Eaglets 3, Hudsonville.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark.
Yes.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
So there you see it, the visitors, Hudsonville, the Eagles under Brent Sandy in his 4th year. 2,000 students out of the OK Red, 4 and 5 a year ago, but those losses, all 5 were 8 points or less, or 4 of the 5. Ray Bentley from Central Michigan, the alumni you should know, the former MAC Defensive Player of the Year, 1982. Michigan Panther title, Oakland Invaders title, yada, yada, a Super Bowl, no big deal. He's an analyst on TV. It's a great school out there in Hudsonville, and we're glad to see him here in Metro Detroit. It's a give up the middle. It's a keeper, actually, and it's it does the job. It's a gain of 5 up the middle, and Hudsonville really has this mapped out nicely.
Very nice call. They put Vanderveen in motion, kind of brought the corner and the safety over a little bit, and then a little misdirection right there, and Trey Carr gets himself a first down. I compared him earlier in the day to Brett Favre. He's got that toughness, and we're seeing that grit on display right now. Great drive. They've got to finish it off with points.
Sets up a first and goal for Hudsonville.
First and goal. They'll mark it at the 7.
Watch the lob to Vanderveen. Single coverage on the far side.
Carr keeps it again, and he's blasted this time from behind by a gang of black jerseys. St. Mary's with the black jerseys tonight. And
loss on the play by a host of Eaglets.
Loss on the play.
Good defense there. Everybody in on the mix, including Josh Janda, who's had a big first half. I'm telling you, watch number 1, Vanderveen, right here. 6'3", 6'4". Put him in single coverage here on the near side against the smallish St. Mary's corners.
Under 3 minutes to go until halftime. A quick moving first half. Hudsonville looking to even the score or do better.
They jump, yep.
And we've got another penalty, and this time it's going against St. Mary's, who will check into the lineup now for a little help up the middle. Mr. Jordan Jones for some bulk up the middle.
So a 5-yard penalty there. You see the offsides and the anger right there from Deonis. He's going to come out of the game. Again, I'm calling for it here. Vanderveen on a jump ball against Marks is a no-brainer.
Deonis is one of the guys that they highlighted as being an impact defensive player last week. Anytime you give up 42 points, there's not a lot of folks that, you highlight, but there were plays made on the defensive side. They're still learning under Dan Giesling, but no points so far with 2.5 minutes to go. It's been a solid defensive job against a potent Hudsonville offense. It's seasoned.
It is. Carr played. This is now his 11th career start. There's some guys that he's played with before, but they need points here in a big way.
Carr was a starter on the JV for a couple years, so he had some experience there. Big second down and goal to go here. In the backfield to the left is Gibson Cock. Sorry, Matt.
Some confusion up front. Now they're set.
Carr keeps it again, dances around inside the 1, down to the 1. Gain of 3 on the play, 2:10 left till halftime. They'll honor the St. Mary's baseball team at halftime. We'll talk to the leading head coach at halftime. Third and goal, Matt. Goal line defense still and goal line offense for Hudsonville.
Everything's been shotgun, so if you get it to Carr here, he's got to run 5 to earn 1.
Timeout before the snap. St. Mary's takes the timeout.
Well, this is obvious 2-down territory here. They're going to go twice. Ball's at the 1.5 yard line. I'm always one Chad if I'm Trey Carr. Tap my center on the butt and go. But everything's been out of the gun. So they're running that spread. So I'm not even sure they have a play where anything is coming from under center.
The Eaglets coming off a 6-5 record last year under first-year head coach JermaineGonzales. A fresh start after the George Porritt era was so successful with Coach Porritt. You see that motion M. Jermaine's kind of brought a nice flair, giving these kids some extra additives that get them excited about football. And St. Mary's 8-time state champions. Gonzales a part of one of those back in 2000 and in 99. Division 4, private, co-divisional, boys and girls, a new school for St. Mary's. We'll show some highlights of that in a bit. David Bowens, the alum you should know. I played with David. This kid was 6'4", 225.
Oh, what a beast off the edge.
Yep.
What about Allen Robinson?
Allen Robinson will have, don't you worry, we'll get him back in. We had him in for basketball.
He's going to
give Bowens some love.
He's going to have a big year for the Rams. You watch. All right, Chad, 3rd and goal. Single coverage on the near side.
3rd and 2. Keeper Carr, he's into the black end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Carr, who's had his way on this drive on the ground. Caps it off with 6.
Yeah, that was a Trey Carr-led drive. Spread it out, throw the football to the outside in the perimeter, and then run your quarterback. It's a kid that can definitely move it a little bit. And you just watch right now, fantastic blocking up front, following his lead blocker, number 20, Gibson Cock, into the end zone. And the guys from Hudsonville have the lead.
So here comes the extra point. The snapper is Mason Dykstra. The holder is Trey Carr. And the kicker is Ian Jenkins, and the extra point is good. So 7-3 with 1:44 left. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with a drive recap from Monsignor Molesky Field. Hudsonville out for revenge. They lead by 4.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
So Hudsonville's in the end zone. Chad Bush and Matt Derry back with you here on Gridiron Game Day. It was a 16-play, 73-yard drive. Wow. It ends with a Trey Carr 4-yard touchdown run. It was a 8-minute, 22-second drive. 16 plays, 73 yards. And Trey Carr, 10 rushes for 32 yards. But that big 18-yard run was the chunk play that really gave Hudsonville the confidence to sustain the drive and get in the end zone.
Well, Brent Sandy is a teacher also. And that was school in session for St. Mary's because that ate up a lot of clock. Great drive, kept the defense off the field.
So here's the kickoff. And Antwon Thomas with the football. Always exciting when he has it.
Oh, ran into his own guy.
Popped to the 25 by his own guy.
Yep.
Also in there was number 7, John Haas. So with 1:37 to go, St. Mary's is going to have the ability to open it up. We have not seen a lot of Ryan Mooney. We have not seen a lot of Antwon Thomas. It's been more of a run game, but right now St. Mary's in a position where we're forced to see their pass game.
Well, I think we're going to see number 7 in the black uniforms now and Ryan Mooney. If you want to get some momentum going into the half, a little offense in your passing game, show it off. Get it to number 7.
Looking right side. Ladine has a man caught, completed to the 44-yard line. The catch is made by number 24, Bryce Jadzak, his second catch of the game. This is the 5th or 6th receiver for St. Mary's, and he's got a first down up to the 45.
I love the design rollout right there. You see Mooney as a decoy. Everybody ran to number 7. And Jadzak behind him, sneaking in for a first down catch.
Gibson Cock forced him out of bounds to the 44. 1st and 10 with 90 seconds left. 92 seconds, if you're counting. Ladine looking deep for Mooney down the middle of the field, just over the outstretched arms of Mooney, who was just hitting that speed burst at the end, but it wasn't enough.
I'll tell you one thing. Eli Vanderveen is a player. Ryan Mooney's a player, but watch this matchup. 7 versus 1. A jump ball. And Vanderveen is there the whole time as well. Long arm of the law. That's a tough guy to. You're running a post like that and a bomb play. That's a tough guy to complete it against number 1 in white.
It's good coverage. There's a quick hitter to Antwon Thomas. Ball in his hands across midfield at the 50, and he squirts close to that first down marker. He needed 10, he got 8, and with 1:21 to go, he is out of bounds and the clock stops.
Jay Legusting again thought maybe he had a play here. Got blocked. Nice tackle by Vanderveen. Run it again. There you go.
Why not? Caught, right side, fresh face. That's Zane Wilson. And he's got a catch across for a first down.
Little Hughes Jr., number 4, getting an opportunity there. Same stuff. Quick strike. Near the sideline. Use the sideline as your friend. Tried to get out of bounds, could not. Clock running.
Tackle made by Jalen Osteen. As we've got a flag on the field and a false start, it appears it'll halt this drive.
Bunch of those tonight, Chad, that we've seen from the offensive line. And I think we're going to get pushed back 5 yards. About the 5th penalty or so tonight on Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
False start on the offense.
Yep. We got everybody moving there. That was 3 guys on the move. You can't do that.
So that is the 4th penalty for St. Mary's in this game. And it bumps them back a 1st and 15 now. For Ladine in this offense with Wilson to his right. Hitch route, Mooney caught, 35. Inside to the 33-yard line. And
it's amazing to watch him gallop, move, catch the football. He's not a football player.
Yeah.
Sure looks like one, doesn't he?
He's a baseball guy committed to Notre Dame, but I think that could change.
How about that?
You run a 4.25 at the Miami of Ohio camp, and people just want to see if you can take a hit, because that's pretty much a high major player. If you run a 4.25 and you can take a hit, and you're 6'4",
yeah,
and you catch the ball. That's Leo Wilson again, a short gain, and St. Mary's will have to take a timeout after that gamble of a run didn't work.
Well, what happened was the man on your screen, Josh Rusine, number 44. This is a fantastic tackle and a play in the backfield. Wrapped him up, sent him down. Great pad level by Rusine there. That's what Joe Pirella used to teach back in the day. Fantastic. So a timeout that they had to take, Chad, so they're down to 1. The gamble with the run, really, if Nesson gets around Rusine, we might be having a different conversation here.
Yeah.
But instead, that was just a great tackle. St.
Mary's does have a field goal tonight out of Jenner, but they trust him 35 and in.
Yeah.
You know, I think that Jermaine would like to get in the end zone before halftime. Kevin Air Raid Rogers, the first-year offensive coordinator for St. Mary's on the offensive end, was offensive coordinator at Belleville, where they really did some nice things. It's a Baylor University-style offense. And they've got something new here, there's no doubt, after having a run-oriented offense.
He was at Loyola, too.
He sure was. It's his last stop as the head coach. So,
shout out to my man Dennis Morey.
No doubt. There's a throw to the end zone to Thomas. It's caught. Touchdown, Eaglets. 33 yards. Ladine to Thomas, and the Eaglets are on top.
How about that? They go run play, a little ultra-conservative, but then they put that speed burner, Antwon Thomas, in the slot. Ladine gets time. They rush. Actually brought some pressure. Both linebackers picked up.
What a throw.
And that was a beautiful throw, and no chance for Osteen to stay with the speedy Antwon Thomas.
How about that speed burst at the end?
That was nice. Good throw by Ladine. Put it right where he needed to.
Jack Shuttler to snap it. Jack Bartis to hold it. The Jack combo. Leib to kick it, and it's true. So with 36 seconds left until halftime, the Eaglets of St. Mary's behind a 1-minute, 8-second drive that took 7 plays. They went 75 yards, and St. Mary's is in the end zone. A 33-yard touchdown pass from Braden Layden to Antwon Thomas, a guy that you are quite fond of.
Oh, I loved his game last year. You see the ability to escape and get past the defense, but then to adjust and catch that football. Here's the thing, Chad. All right, 1:33 to go, you're your own 25. Very easy to say, let's just run the football and go back into the locker room. They went for it. JermaineGonzales said, if our offense is to throw and I have some weapons, like number 7, like number 1. Let's get him the football.
Yep.
And I like it. It's fresh.
Agree. No doubt. St. Mary's has now thrown for over 100 yards in this half, 109 to be exact. Ladine is 11 for 14 for 109, no interceptions, and now 1 touchdown. So St. Mary's has responded. We've seen the run. We've seen the pass. Nice balance out of Air Raid Rogers in the Eaglets offense in this first half.
Very good balance. When you needed the pass play this last drive, they did it. When they ran to get the field goal, they did that as well.
Leib to squib it, and this thing's going to go over the head of Cock and do exactly what it was planned to do. Fool this Hudsonville special teams unit that usually fools the opponent.
Yep.
And it's scampered on top and corralled by number 7. That's John Haas. And here we go. What do you want to see, Matt?
Well, 34 seconds left. Will Hudsonville do what St. Mary's did, and that is try to get the football to your receivers and to your weapons. Starts with obviously Vanderveen. And we'll see if that's Reardon. We haven't heard much from tonight so far. Brad Reardon, number 6. Let's see about getting him involved too.
Reardon has been quiet.
It looks like they're going to take a knee here and go to the locker room down 3.
How about that?
Well, I mean, they are on the road at their own 20.
Hudsonville will start this possession from their own 19-yard line.
Vanderveen just that 1 catch, Matt, for 11 yards. And no catches for the guy you mentioned as well.
Brad Reardon. Navy commit.
So that's that. We'll keep it right here. JermaineGonzales, Lexi Ayala will speak to Jermaine. We'll hear from him shortly. But St. Mary's with a 10-7 lead on the lead field goal. And the touchdown by Antwon Thomas from Braden Leib.
Really liked it. Really liked the aggressive play call and getting some of your weapons involved. That was great to see.
All right, while we have a moment, why don't we go down on the field? Lexi Ayala is standing by with head coach JermaineGonzales.
Coach, take me through that score with about 35 seconds left to Antwon Thomas. How'd it happen?
We're just trying to give our playmakers the ball in space, and take what the defense gives us. So it's a well-coached football team over there, so it's going to be a tough fought. But it was an opportunity that we wanted to take a shot to him, so it worked out in our favor. So.
Couple mental mistakes, some penalties. How do you clean those up? What's the message?
Young team, absolutely. Definitely got to clean up the mental mistakes. That's why we go in half and kind of show them what they did wrong and hopefully improve and be better for the next half of football.
Any adjustments for the second half?
Be physical. We got to continue to be physical and hit this team. So.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Good luck second half.
Thanks so much, Lexi Ayala. That's JermaineGonzales. By the way, one of the nicest men you'll ever meet. Nicest
awesome.
Human beings. Jermaine is just a nice person. He's easy to work with, and we appreciate working with him. Thank you, Lexi. Matt, 10-7, St. Mary's on top of Hudsonville. Your thoughts?
Really, really good first half, Chad, for both teams. As Lexi said, there were some things to clean up on both sides, especially with the penalties. But what I really, really liked was the aggressive nature of both offenses to end the half. It's almost like a switch went on, The guys from Hudsonville sort of realized, hey, listen, we can run the football with our quarterback and then spread the football around. And then for St. Mary's, as Jermaine said, we got aggressive. We saw something that we liked and getting the ball to Thomas and Mooney on that drive, and that really worked out well for them.
Yeah, he likes the physical play, too, out of his unit in this first half. St. Mary's leads it 10-7. A lot of chicken left on the bone. We've got some highlights coming up from the first half. And we've also got highlights from last week. All that coming up and much, much more. At the break, you'll hear from Lexi Ayala as well. This is Gridiron Game Day. This is week 2. Thanks for watching.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
What I could tell right off the start was that they were really about the player, and I just got out of high school, so I was using BB Corps badge for the past 3-4 years. When y'all came to me, took my advice, trying to figure out what we wanted, what I learned in high school about bats, and what I wish I had. It's like really cool to be a part of. I can't remember the last time that I hit balls that far with a BB4 bat or as hard. Definitely the best BB4 bat I've ever swung in my life. And I've swung plenty of BB4 bats. The numbers can prove it too, because the numbers that I was getting on my exit velos and the distance, I really didn't get close to that in some of the other BB4 bats. Yeah, just overall, it's been really fun. Know that you were a part of it and that a lot of kids are going to love to use it. Yeah, super excited.
To Javin Sewell. This was the first touchdown, and there it was. What a catch.
Amazing catch, too.
Sewell from Mumfield, 31 yards, 9:24 in the first.
I didn't see the little double hitch, too, on that throw right when he threw it. My goodness, that pass gets more and more impressive as I watch it.
Then Isaiah Marshall with a quick hitch route to Jawan Jarrett. That was a 15-yard touchdown with 8:39 to go in the first. 6-6, extra point no good. Then Hodges got loose. And he went in for the touchdown.
Big block punt here. And that's really what set Cass Tech up to take the lead in this game. Then you get Mumfield here on another great other side of the field, wide open, beaten cover two. Easy touchdown for Cass Tech.
That was Cassius who got in the zone.
Nice little dance as well.
Yep. 18-16 at that point. Then Isaiah Marshall said, hey, time for me to take over. And he took off and ran one in himself.
Yeah, the first of two in the second half. But you look at here, great run up the middle, plants his foot, beats the middle linebacker, and then a little somersault in the end zone. Penalty, but worth it for the touchdown.
That score made it 18-12 Cass Tech. The technicians would come right back, and Mumfield would get it to Corey Sadler. And he would stick one from deep. Sam Day.
Yeah, gonna steal a little from Mark Jackson on this. There goes that man. He went all the way across the field using his speed and getting across. It was a 60-yard touchdown.
Extra point, no good, 26-18. And then Cass Tech would come back again. Corey Sadler with a touchdown. Throw right side, and Jawan Jarrett would take it in from 11 yards out. That would cut it to one score. Is that the gritty?
It's coming out, man. That's cost each team about 30 yards in this game.
Pick over the top. This is Todd, the Michigan offer of recent. And another pick here, back-to-back, that was Dunton. And then Isaiah Marshall would run in for his second touchdown run of the game from 4 yards out, 26-24, with 5:50 left until halftime. And that's when they stopped things.
Where are we starting with these highlights? Are we here? Yes, we are here. You're looking right now at Sean Hodges using his speed in the third quarter to get a touchdown, and then a huge sack coming back by Javin Sewell. That was pretty much the highlight of the third quarter. Then we get into the fourth quarter, and things start to get a little bit crazy here. Jarrett showing off his speed on a nice little curl route, getting up the sideline, and then you see another pump and go wide open to Jarrett. Jarrett was kind of having his way with the Cass Tech defense. And then you see Marshall right here back to Jarrett for the 2-point conversion on the other side. That play was working for Southfield A&T a lot. And you see, it's real simple, nice timing play, but takes good arm strength from your quarterback to get it there. Cass Tech, though, they were not going away. They actually had the control of this game pretty much the entire time. And look at my man go. Sean Hodges, sidestepping, speed, using it all. Then back to Marshall off the back foot. Look at Tashi go up and get it. And that was kind of the play that got Tashi going. The rest of the third quarter, he was on fire. Another good play here by Cass Tech's defense to get off the field. And then Tashi just wide open over the top. Another two-point conversion, kind of the same play on the two-point conversion, and it worked for A&T all game long. Whenever they were running those either corner routes, slant routes, or away, it was working. And then this is the biggest play of the game to me. If this was a safety, this game is over. 36 seconds left, the ball is going back to Cass Tech, but they get the strip, and they get the touchdown instead of a safety, and that gave Southfield A&T the ball back and able to go down and score and tie it up. And then, woof. Look at that move right there. That was on the swinging gate play for the extra point, two-point conversion for Cass Tech. Mumfield just using his speed and athleticism. And then here it is. These are the big plays at the end of the game. Nice throw by Marshall down to the sideline, getting down to about the 9-yard line. Marshall again, a slant route to Tashi, who dove and got that ball, and he is feeling like a bad man at that moment. And what do they do again? They keep going to him. There's Jarrett to complete the two-point conversion. And then we get into overtime. And this is what we're looking at in overtime. Cass Tech runs the ball straight up the field. And then on a 1st and 20 back foot throw, Tashi wide open in the end zone. Actually not wide open, pretty decently covered, but nice back shoulder throw by the quarterback Marshall there. And here it is, the play of the game. This is to win it. You think they're going to run the option. Marshall puts his foot in the ground and goes and gets the victory for Southfield A&T. What a tremendous game. 48 hours later, still buzzing off of this. I think both teams can walk away with this with a lot of learning points and a lot of things that they feel good about themselves.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Did you know that kids are not little adults when it comes to sports injuries? That's because of something called the growth plate. Growth plates exist all over the human body in our growing athletes. They're actually little cartilage discs that exist at the end of all the long bones. It's simply where a kid grows. The problem is that the growth plate can be the weak link. What might be a sprain, a strain, or a tear in an adult when they hurt themselves can actually be a growth plate fracture in a kid. So it's important, if your kid has hurt themselves and they're not using their arm or they're not able to put weight on a leg, come see one of us, get an x-ray, and make sure it's not a growth plate fracture. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
They say that this is a game of inches, but I disagree. This is a game of desire and will. 4 quarters of epic drama that plays out in real time right before our very eyes. And every season begins the same way, with a desire to win. Those with the will to put in the effort and time put themselves in the best position to achieve their desire. This is why we go to work early and come home late. Why we go so hard and why we put in all these hours. Because we have a desire to be great and the will to become everything we dreamed of and more. So when the drama's thick and it comes down to just those few precious inches, we have no doubt what the outcome will be. Because we have the will to outwork anyone to get what we desire. It doesn't matter if it's inches or 100 yards. We want it more, and we're going to take it. That's game.
Number 28.
Welcome back to Molesky Field. Chad Bush and Matt Deary with you. 10-7, St. Mary's on top. A late touchdown with under 30 seconds. Matt, the difference? Let's get to some of the highlights of this one.
Well, I mean, really, this game started slow. Both defenses did a really nice job, but we talked about it early. This little guy got it going, Leo Wilson, on the ground, which led to that early field goal as they switched sides of the field at the second quarter. And the field goal was up and good. from Jenner Leib from 31 yards out. It was a 3-0 lead for St. Mary's. So here comes Hudsonville, and I really like this drive right here, kind of led by their quarterback, Trey Carr, finding the big tight end over the middle. Then some quarterback keepers, including this big 18-yard run, Chad Bush, that kind of got Hudsonville inside the red zone. And then on 3rd and goal, that man, number 4, Trey Carr, taking it in from 1 yard out. And just like that, Hudsonville had the lead at 7-3. Extra point was good and a great drive, 18-play drive. But minute and a half to go. And that man, Braden Ladine, leading the team down the field to Antwon Thomas. Oh my goodness, that super sophomore got behind the defense from 33 yards out, scoring the touchdown to put them ahead 10-7 at the half. The home team, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, on this red turf, have a 3-point lead. Those are your first half highlights.
Thank you, Matt Derry. The baseball team was honored at halftime. They are walking off the field. St. Mary's comes from behind to take the lead. A lot of time left. We'll come back with the second half coming up right after these. This is Gridiron Game Day on the Prep.
All right, this is Adam, take 2.
I was missing an S.
I guess.
You said Hudsonville.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Welcome back to the Prep. I'm Lexi Ayala, where Orchard Lake St. Mary's is leading Hudsonville 10-7 right now going into the second half. Despite having quite a few mental mistakes in that first half, however, St. Mary's head coach JermaineGonzales preaches a short memory. I call it the amnesia effect. It's the next play mentality. You make a mistake, you immediately forget about it and make up for it on the next play. They practice that amnesia effect in practices, in the weight room, in 7-on-7s, and in games like this. So we'll see if they can clean up some of their mistakes and hang on to this lead. Chad?
All right. Thanks so much, Lexi. Thanks so much, Lexi. Appreciate that. Matt, 10-7, any adjustments for either team that you see that needs to take place?
Well, I mean, for Hudsonville, it's pretty simple. When they get the football and are running the football, they're just fine. I think their offense has momentum. The problem is they just kind of ran out of time in that first half. They had such a lengthy drive to take the lead, and then, boom, in just a minute and a half, St. Mary's takes the lead. So Hudsonville, I think, is in decent shape. I think they feel like they've got some momentum offensively. On defense, certainly they have to get some more pressure on Ladine. He had too much time on that last drive, but pretty good clean end of that first half, and exciting to see where this thing goes here in quarter number 3.
One storyline that we just understood and did not know before the game is that Reardon is out tonight. He has a concussion, had a concussion last week. He was not going to play. He was never going to play, and that's okay. We find out about it at the half.
They weren't going to tell us. That's all right.
No,
I get it. I get it.
Sure.
That's what football coaches do.
Yep. No, totally. But we're going to report it. Koch is in at safety. Koch in at safety, and out is Brad Reardon. So
it's a big loss for them. Reardon, a Navy commit, plays both ways. Like you said, safety and wide receiver. So that will be a big loss, and has been a big loss so far tonight for Hudsonville.
All right, we'll come on back for second half action. The other side of this timeout from Orchard Lake. Sun starting to set over this beautiful 128-acre campus in the northern suburbs. We're coming right back on Gridiron Game Day.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Yes, overlook. What a beautiful shot of this campus here on Orchard Lake. St. Mary's, Riverfront, the new school, all kinds of great things happening here. St. Mary's leads 10-7. And, well, this is the time we're second half. And last week, these two teams in the second half, a big difference. St. Mary's was at 14-7 with 2 minutes left in the first half.
Well, they melted down, Chad. Just
they did.
I mean, you want to talk about two teams that felt good. Both coaches said the same thing to us on Zoom on Tuesday. They said, hey, we felt pretty good about our first half last week. And then the second half, Rochester Adams steamrolled Orchard Lake St. Mary's 42-12. And then Hudsonville had their issues last week with CJ Carr and company, 24-15 to Saline. So second halves were a problem. Both teams looking for that first win, but they got to finish.
No doubt.
And we'll see what that happens tonight. Which team does finish?
Hudsonville led at the break and let it go. So this is the Joseph Burkaki Academic Center, and what a scene of beauty. And this academic institution added this building this year. 22 classrooms, boys and girls divisions both will be there. Boys and girls are in different classes, but this building, it overlooks the water on Orchard Lake, and the Constanticus Prep Building remains all boys. The original school building. So,
remember when Bobby Ross, former Lions coach, referred to it as Lake Orchard?
Oh, Bobby.
That was classic.
I do.
That was classic. Anytime I'm over in this neck of the woods and I see Orchard Lake, I always think of Bobby Ross talking about we took a drive around Lake Orchard.
And Lake Orion.
Oh, my goodness.
So here we go. This is Ian Jenkins to kick it off. Back deep is Antwon Thomas. And this one's going to go in the end zone. That was A.J. Marks, actually, who could not get over quick enough. The freshman who started at corner. And so here we go. St. Mary's is going to look to double down and double dip, as they say. They scored late in the first half. Here they get the football. It's an important drive for the Eaglets.
Well, let's make a note, too. Chris Bowen, the special teams coach at Hudsonville, wanted a better showing from his team. He's gotten it tonight. That time a kick out of the end zone.
Yep.
Pinning them back at the 20. They gotta love that. Kick coverage last week was a big problem.
No doubt. Ladine threw for 100 yards, 109 yards in the first half. Carr threw for 57. St. Mary's had 166 yards of total offense. Hudsonville with 99. All right, here we go. There's a flip back to Zane Nesson, and it's a fling forward of about 3 yards. A little bit of creativity with a motion man. That's Cole Olston, my bad.
Josh Rusine was there again, 44 in white. Middle linebacker, nice play. Watch him stuff this out. Watch 44. He sees it coming. Boom, hat on a hat.
And the wrap-up job, nice job of team gang tackling. Boosting capped him off. There's an inside give and a few yards up the middle. It's a St. Mary's offense that's led by Daryl Rounds at that left tackle. Rounds, a senior, an interesting guy, very cerebral, and we enjoyed talking to him. He said he's read over 5,000 books, 500,000 books.
What?
Yeah.
500,000?
That's what he said. He's a writer. He's on chapter 8. He's writing a sci-fi book.
That's awesome.
Yep. Stack to the right, near side, and we've got a jump and a false start.
You just jinxed him.
Yeah.
That's the big fella. He saw them jumping. I think St. Mary's is thinking that he was, that the jumping of Hudsonville caused the false start. And you got the side judges and the referee all discussing this right now. Let's see what the call is. This would be an automatic first down.
Might be. Just underway.
How about that?
Needed 3. And they got 5.
Wow.
Heady play by the Eaglets.
Brent Sandy is livid on the far side. He's saying we didn't touch anybody and we got back.
Yeah.
But rule forced the false start, jumped off sides and a first down, encroachment.
Might have got a break there. Sometimes you earn your breaks. So St. Mary's will go with Nesson in the backfield. Olston in the slot. Handoff right side. It's Zane Nesson. And a flag comes in.
That's a makeup call right there.
Yep.
Here comes a hold. This will come back, I think. The receiver on the near side was doing some grabbing.
It'll be the 5th penalty of the night for St. Mary's. I think it was.
Ryan Mooney called for it.
Looks to be a flag on the play.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. Let's see if actually it wasn't a grab by Mooney. It was a grab by
24.
Yeah,
that's Bryce Jadzik, who's had a nice game catching the football.
He held the linebacker up, and it was the end of that. Obvious call, but we kind of saw it coming.
Yep. So 1st and 20 for St. Mary's, who's backed up. Thomas checks back in for the Eaglets. He's wide right along with Mooney. Play action, slot pass right side. Catch is made, and a power ahead by Anthony Kafoulis. Anthony Kafoulis, mainly used on the defensive side at his defensive end spot, had 4 sacks last year against Hudsonville, the MVP, and he catches the rock here, Matt, in a big game.
That was nice. A little misdirection that time, and an opportunity to kind of sneak Kafoulis off. And watch this. Fake the handoff, dump it to him.
Creative play call. Wilson again getting loose. He's short of the 1st down, but not after a gain of 6. He gets up to the 39.
Brings up a 3rd.
Little misdirection play right there. Snuffed out a little bit by Hudsonville, but now a 3rd and about a yard. They're going to give him the 1st down?
Yeah.
All right. I thought it was going to be about 3rd and 1, but spotted the football at the 42.5. So a 1st down for St. Mary's.
So Wilson with his 5th carry of the night.
He's played really well.
He has. He's the top gainer on the ground with 37 yards now.
Inside give again to number 32.
Armand Rollins getting an opportunity right there. The big fella. That's almost a fullback type play.
Yeah.
Armand Rollins with the carry.
Like that. That's a little change of pace. You get the little guy, and then you give it to the big fella.
Seen Rollins on the basketball court, JV basketball. Fine player. Stays out there. Jermaine has about 3 or 4 guys he trusts. He trusts this guy too, Ryan Mooney. Trust at running back, that is. And that's a 1st down. He needed 4, and he got 7. To the 45-yard line with 9:22 left. Ryan Mooney's starting to heat up. And St. Mary's in some kind of a groove under the tutelage of Kevin Air Rogers.
Yeah, Air Raid Rogers, I like that. Look, Ladines is getting some time to throw. He's getting comfortable. It's been all quick outs. But again, if you look at the defense and how Hudsonville's playing, they're giving them that.
It's been a clean night for Ladine. He's now 14 of 17 as he completes that.
Ladine with the pass complete on the sideline.
Just chipping away, gain of 6 this time. Wilson on the catch. Out of bounds. St. Mary's chunking their way down the field, trying to add on to this 3-point lead, man.
Again, Hudsonville's defense just is, look at how far off they're playing from the receivers. You would think they'd be pushing up a little bit.
2 deep threats in Thomas and Mooney on the right side. That's a 4-5 guy and a 4-2 guy.
Maybe that's what they're afraid of.
Good luck.
Other than the touchdown pass to Thomas and the one throw that they attempted to Mooney, they really haven't tried anything deep.
That's right. You know it's coming. There's a busted play. Ladine's going to keep it. I promise that wasn't intentional. And he's out of bounds, and it's a loss on the play.
Nice play by Jalen Oosting, again, number 35, to get in there and make the play. Like you said, kind of a broken play. And this will be about a 3rd down and 3 for St. Mary's. Maybe 5. Yeah, I lost 2. From the right hash. Again, hurry up, no huddle. And we'll see where this thing goes here.
Right side, caught near the 1st down marker again. They needed 5. I think they got 4.5. This is close, Matt.
They got it.
Did he get it?
Oh,
okay. Look at that far side stick that hadn't moved. Yeah, he got it all right. He got 7 on the play.
Again, because the Eagles are so terrified of the deep ball, everything underneath is there for Ladine and company. Everything.
Tackle made by Gibson Koch. Shout out to the Koch family for helping us out with stats and information. There's a throw right side. Ryan Mooney all alone. Touchdown, Eaglets. Mooney with his 3rd touchdown of the season. And they haven't even played 6 quarters.
One-on-one coverage. Gibson Koch, no match for Mooney. Maybe we know why they're giving him the short stuff, Chad. And that time, a little fly pattern, and there was no doubt about it. 3 steps. And boom. And with Reardon out, Koch is in. And man, oh man, they got beat. Great pass and catch. And one big one to Thomas, one big one to Mooney.
Extra point out of the snap from Jack Chudler. His brother's a snapper at Michigan State. Jack Bartis the hold. And it is blocked. Jenner Leib's PAT is blocked. So that's the first PAT miss of the year for St. Mary's. 16-7. It's still a 2-score game with 7.5 left from Orchard Lake. How about that drive, Matt?
Well, again, very, very effective. Keeping the quarterback clean, time to throw, dink and dunk down the field, the short stuff, and then boom, you hit him with the hind here. A beautiful 33-yard bomb. Again, clean pocket, steps into his throw. And you're asking a backup safety to guard that kid, forget about it. And he kind of says, this is my house. Look, yep, right here. End zone is me.
Mooney making some money
yeah,
on that red turf. Again, a guy that's committed to Notre Dame. He still is for baseball. But
can he play football at Notre Dame? Yeah. He sure looks the part tonight. He's got 3 touchdowns in 2 games.
I mean, Brian Kelly might have something to say about that.
Well, Brian Kelly's not he's at LSU now.
My bad.
Marcus Freeman.
Sure, that's what I meant.
Brian Kelly's doing all that dancing now at LSU, remember? And talking in the Southern accent.
Well, he might be all over him, too. You don't think he's not going to be all over him?
Well, you're right. Brian Kelly would want him at LSU. Hello?
Point remains, I'm an idiot, but Jenner Leib will kick it from his own 40.
You're not an idiot. I would have said that. Brian Kelly, to me, is Notre Dame coach. Tomorrow night, by the way, Ohio State, Notre Dame. At the Horseshoe. And Ohio State's a 17.5-point favorite. Wow. Notre Dame's ranked 5th.
A lot of love from your home state of Ohio and Vegas. Jenner Leib to kick it from his own 40. Back deep is Dykstra and Haas. And this is the up back, Koch, that's going to take it. He's been a busy man tonight, and he's up to the 33-yard line, called the 34. 7:26 to go. St. Mary's 16, Hudsonville 7.
They're in this thing. Hudsonville just hasn't had the football.
All right.
The last time their offense had the football, they moved down the field with ease. Problem is they haven't been able to get stops on the last 2 possessions, both leading to St. Mary's touchdowns. But I think this offense and number 4, Trey Carr's got something to say before the night's over.
So Carr will start from his own 34 with some work to do. Down 2 scores. Let's see if they go to the air here. He's going to go back to his starting running back who has some daylight. Watch out. Up the middle of the 45-yard line before he's dragged down from behind by DJ White, the safety. And this is the fine burst out of the running back and the sophomore Connor Brent Hall.
Well, look, everybody's expecting the quarterback to run. You saw that. Both linebackers went up there. They're thinking pass or they're thinking Carr keeper. And instead, some guys, Roberts, Dykstra, Hansen, those guys up front did a great job in moving bodies there in the first down for 27.
46-yard line, Hudsonville with a key drive, to say the least. On the road, and Orchard Lake down by 9. Handoff right side. And this is tracked down behind the line of scrimmage. Tackle for loss. Yes, sir. And that is Bonner, the middle linebacker, in there.
Yeah, he's had a whale of a game at that middle linebacker spot. Again, they're keying on Carr for the quarterback keeper. But Bonner was able to kind of pivot that right foot, put it in the turf, and then run left and track down Ciolik. Watch this. Not only Bonner, but a nice play too in there by Zane Nesson, the captain.
Yep. Couple off the right side there as we go under 6 minutes here shortly as the sun is set in Orchard Lake. St. Mary's defense led by Dan Giesling in his first year. Giesling has taught at this school in the past. He also He won Big Brother on CBS. CBS's
really?
show, season 10. Won Big Brother. And Big Bro has a birthday today. So happy birthday to Dan Giesling. Yeah, he was on it twice.
How about that?
And the only contestant.
We have to get you on that show.
I wouldn't do well there. Dan Giesling's a mastermind. There's a pass that's broken up and nearly picked, but a fine defensive play by Cameron Everett, the senior safety who knew what was coming. This is a heady safety.
Decision time here for Brent Sandy. Nice PBU right there. A good break on the football. And I think right here this is a punting situation, but it looks like they're going.
You're getting a look at Brent Sandy, the head coach of Hudsonville in his 4th year, a fine head coach, native of Grand Rapids, economics teacher, and
gambler right now.
He might be.
He's going. His defense has not gotten off the field the last 2 times.
4th and 6, he's going. Carr has time, throws it wide open and dropped. Wide open was Jack Eulig, and he put it behind his back and didn't want it. That was in his breadbasket, Matt, and dropped.
Great play call and crossing route. Watch 19 come across the screen, pick play, defenders go the other way, and he just couldn't handle it. It was a little behind him, Chad, but you got to make that catch. 2 hands on the football, and that's one number 19 Eulig would want back. Man, right there. Great play call with the crossing route. Had the defenders all biting to the left. He was running to the right post and just dropped that football. Wow.
This is Duke Coates off the right side with a burst into Hudsonville territory. Gain of 7 on the play to the 43-yard line with 5:22 left. Duke Coates getting in on the action. This is a fine two-way player for JermaineGonzales.
Well, we talked about it earlier. The defense last week kind of got worn down for Hudsonville playing against Saline. They've been on the field a lot in these last 2-3 possessions.
Gives up
really
the middle.
The football. Sorry.
My bad.
You know?
No, you're right. It's been hide that pigskin. St. Mary's drive, by the way, was 4 minutes and 27 seconds, 15 plays, 80 yards, and into the end zone. Braden Ladine to Ryan Mooney, 33-yard pass, and PAT no good. 3rd and 1 for St. Mary's. No penalty yet. Trying to draw him off.
Ladine wants a play call. Clock's at 8, so he's got some time. Mooney on the far side now.
It's a 90 now right side and drop by Thomas. Caught and dropped, or was it ever caught? They will call it a catch, a fumble, and a recovery.
Oh, my goodness.
And I don't know about this one, Matthew.
Well, here's the thing. They got to go back to where he fumbled the football. So if he was behind the line of scrimmage where he had the ball, because you can't fumble it forward.
Loss.
It should be, let's see what they're calling.
It is a catch.
Fumbled forward. All right, so that's a first down.
Fumbled forward at the 42.
The refs basically said it's not like the holy roller like with the Raiders back in the day.
Yeah.
That he wasn't throwing it
intentional.
Forward. Right.
Sure.
Well, he got it back, so that's a first down.
So it's a catch and a first down for Antwon Thomas.
Here comes the house. They're blitzing, Chad. They're blitzing.
Ladine on traffic and trouble, threw it across, and it's picked off by Koch. Koch across the 40 to the 45, and a big turn of momentum when the Eagles needed it the most. Ladine burned with a throw. That's a no-no.
Well, we talked about Hudsonville. They said we run a 3-4, but we want to attack. That time they got in between the gaps. You see the linebackers come up. They bring the house and pressure, a near face mask, and then Ladine, a very poor decision, throwing across his body right into the middle of the field into no man's land. And what a great play by Koch to get in there. Gibson with a big play.
First turnover of the night as well, says Jamie Janssen and Pat Bush, your statisticians.
Pat the Stat is in the house tonight.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, he is.
Just about 3 miles from his Kego estate. Feels right at home.
Over under on how many times you yelled at him pregame was set at 4.5.
7 or 8, I think.
It went way over.
Handoff up the middle, and the boys from Hudsonville with some momentum, Matt. I feel bad.
Well, no, it's. I think it's a rite of fall.
Yeah.
When Pat is trying to help, and you're like, "Hey, I got this." That's father-son right there. I loved it.
It is.
You yell at Jamie, she'll leave.
You and Bob have had that before. I can imagine.
Oh yeah. If my dad was here, absolutely.
Connor Brintal with a carry, 3-yard gain.
How can I help? Can you help? Get out of the way. That's what I would have told my dad. That's awesome.
Oh, man. Play action? No, he gave it. That was a nice fake after the handoff. Sometimes that's undervalued, and it's Brintal again, and nothing doing, Matt. Why?
Trey Carr keepers were working. Now all of a sudden, it's almost like Carr on the RPO stuff is thinking, I'm going to give it to my back, and he'll keep it. And now the last couple of times, he's been stuffed. So, look, to me, down 9, this is probably 2-down territory. We saw it on the last drive, and the drop pass by Ulig. We'll see if they go for it again here, and this is 2-down territory. Clock's running, down 9, but only third quarter.
4-down territory, perhaps.
Yep. I'd run that crossing play again.
4 wide out of the gun for Trey Carr. Looking right, pressure, throws, caught. It was the same play. Caught and out of bounds at the 32-yard line. The cross play worked, and it's Elijah Vanderveen, the senior, with a big play and a first down for the Eagles.
Eli, I think they went with a little bit more sure hands on that play, but again, number 1 coming across the field. Watch this. Again, 2 defenders going the other way. Look, it worked last time, Chad. He just dropped it. Now you're going to a different kid, and Vanderveen makes the play.
DJ White with a tackle out of bounds. DJ's also the backup quarterback. Antwon Thomas could be an option at quarterback as well for St. Mary's. Sort of that Wildcat package they have. 4 wide receivers looking right, and that is incomplete miscommunication. He was looking again for big number 1, Eli Vanderveen. But this was thrown in no man's land and dangerous territory.
He threw it too early. Dykstra was going toward the flag. Watch this. You got 2 guys kind of in that vicinity. You see that?
Yeah.
Almost 3 guys.
Right. He had Dykstra out there along with.
That could have been a pick 6. That could have been ball game.
Yeah. A.J. Mark's eyes were getting big. 2nd down and 10. 2:02 left. Third quarter.
I like these young DBs. For St. Mary's, aggressive, good speed. They're not going to make every play, but they've been pretty good tonight.
Carr to the sideline gets the call from Matt Meerman, and we've got a timeout on the field with 2:02 left. As we get a look at the Hudsonville head coach, Brent Sandy, who's in his 4th year, went to Grand Rapids Union High School, was the D coordinator prior to taking the head job, 19 years as teaching economics. And is still the JV wrestling coach. Fun fact, he is running several marathons, and he enjoys gardening. He's got a green thumb. There's a throw right side, caught by Eli, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles!
Easy on the taunting. Be careful.
There was a lot of contact up that right sideline. And we'll get another look, but Eli came back, and Vanderveen made the biggest adjustment, made the catch, and it's a touchdown for Hudsonville.
Well, this is a big-time talent. This kid's 6'3", and when in doubt sometimes, just let's play the jump ball game. You see a lot of tussling, back shoulder, and you watch Vanderveen here having a few words for the defender afterwards, but that's a touchdown and a beautiful throw.
Sure was. Good bounce back for Hudsonville when they needed it. So here comes the extra point.
This is big.
Mason Dykstra to snap it, Trey Carr to hold it, and it's Ian Jenkins for the PAT.
Yeah, big extra point here. Big difference between 3 and 2 right now.
Yep. And there you have it. So with 1:46 left, we'll take a timeout from Monsignor Molesky Field. Yeah, the Eagles aren't flying away early. They're here for a full 4 quarters to try to get revenge and get something done. We'll take a timeout here on Gridiron Game Day. Thanks for watching here on The Prep.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
Welcome back. Chad Bush and Matt Derry with you high above Monsignor Molesky Field. Your executive producer tonight is Alex Westfall.
Best in the business.
Yep. Chase Kaufman, your associate producer. Excited to be with you for week 2, Gridiron Game Day. We've got an exciting week 3 matchup we'll announce later on. The kick, Thomas from his own 5. With some running room, still on his feet, breaks one tackle.
That's a face mask.
Sure is.
I mean, everybody saw that.
It's a 34-yard return up to the 39, and it's going to be 15 yards added on, and if my math's correct, that's into Eagles territory already after just the kickoff.
I mean, the cashier at Jet's Pizza across the street saw that. Watch this. That is a blatant pull, and that's a personal foul.
On number 7, John Haas, a guy we've called quite a bit in the special teams tonight.
We've talked so much about special teams and how that was a big bugaboo last week, how much improved it was this week for Hudsonville. Not the case on that play.
That's JermaineGonzales, the new leader at Orchard Lake St. Mary's, athletic director and head coach. Was the JV coach from 07 to 19. He's very familiar with this program. St. Mary's grad of 2000. This guy had one of the highest, one of the most accoladed high school histories of anybody at St. Mary's, and that's saying quite a bit. He was an All-American in football. And
now they're getting sloppy. Again, they want to show blitz and they want to try to make St. Mary's jump, but St. Mary's is not jumping now. They've been kind of holding their water a little bit, and that time Jacob Millward came in, watch 52, but he did touch the lineman, so that's a 5-yard penalty.
First and 5 from the 41.
Here come the linebackers again to pressure. That's
Handoff up the middle. Watch out. Zane Nessen on the run. Inside the 30 to the 29. It's a 12-yard gain on the play. Nessen starting to heat it up. And this St. Mary's offense nearing that 100-yard rushing mark, and after rushing for 14 yards last week, this just has to feel good for St. Mary's.
Nice zone blocking right there, and the big tackle moving in from the left side to make a key block. That's good football.
You mentioned the zone blocking. And oh, by the way, Don Buchanan is the new offensive line coach. The season did not start that way. They moved the 35-year coaching veteran, Buchanan, into that offensive line spot.
Long time, St. Mary's legend.
Yep, that's just at St. Mary's 35 years. And so Buchanan's got these guys believing, playing. And credit to JermaineGonzales for making moves like that when you know things aren't right.
Well, again, linebackers creeping up a little bit. How do you beat that? Good blocking, little draw plays, and some zone reads.
Zone blocking is new. St. Mary's has always been man-on-man.
Yep,
I mean,
power.
no zone blocking here the last, since 1920. So it's a new concept for these kids. And credit this staff for adjusting. There's a handoff to Leo Wilson, and he's in trouble. This is a loss. This is about a 4-yard loss as we wind down here in the third quarter, and St. Mary's leading by just 2 points.
Cooper Roberts came in there, number 70, like a bull in a china shop, kind of throwing the offensive lineman away, and the big fella wrestling Wilson to the ground. Nice play. I think we're going to get the end of the quarter here, Chad. So 4 fingers in the air. Here we go.
All right, a tight one. Orchard Lake won last year by 2 points in Hudsonville, 17-15. Right now, the Eaglets in the same spot, leading by 2. We're coming right back with Lexi Ayala right after this timeout. This is Gridiron Game Day. We are the Prep.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
I'm Lexi Ayala here in front of St. Mary's student section. We're going to go rapid fire round really quick. Guys, first question, who's your favorite player and why?
Number 5, Zane Nesson. That's my best friend, baby.
I like number 69, Zora Badarian. He squats 500 pounds.
Number 55, Victor Gaylor. He's a killer.
Number 3, Anthony Kafulis. He's really cute.
Second round of rapid fire. What do you love the most about going to school at St. Mary's?
You know, the brotherhood that everything creates really brings us together. It's great.
Just the atmosphere here. It's amazing.
Yeah, the teachers are really good. Coaches are good. Everything about the school is good.
I know probably everybody in the student section. I couldn't say that about very many schools, so it's great here.
Last question. What is your favorite, your best chant in this student section?
Can't really say it's a chant, more of a movement.
Let's see it.
Hey, let's get sweaty!
There it is. OLSM student section, Chad, back to you guys.
Oh, the Red Rowdies are into it, and so is Hudsonville. And they've got a sack all the way back to the 38-yard line. A loss of 11 on the play. Ladine goes down. And credit the sack, I believe, to number 44.
Yep.
And that is Joshua Ruzian, who you've called a couple times, Matt.
He's had a really good night. And that time just breaking in, and this is a 4th and 17 situation now. So St. Mary's got to pin them deep and then play defense.
So St. Mary's will punt for the first time, I believe, tonight.
Yep.
This is Jenner Leib, who also doubles as the kicker. And St. Mary's, it looks, will take perhaps a delay a game to give Jenner a better target. Yep. Thank you to Lexi for that report. How about the student section?
I think they had 12 men on the field, Chad. only can have 11.
Well,
yeah, Lexi,
it's worth a gamble on a play like that, I suppose.
Always a gamble, too, when you put a microphone in front of some students.
Oh, it was. I was nervous. Not going to lie. But we trust Lexi, who does another excellent report.
Yes,
Thank you, Lexi Ayala.
No doubt.
Appreciate that. So here comes Jenner Leib, who's going to rocket one, and that is going to roll beautifully inside the 10 to the 9. That is called mission accomplished. The snap from Chudler and the kick was perfect for Jenner Leib inside the 10. That's the goal, right?
Amen. Great punt. They didn't even have anybody back. I think they didn't even want to kind of risk a fumble or anything like that. So now here you got Hudsonville, who at one point in this game was trailing by 9 and looked to be in trouble. Got the turnover, scored, took advantage of it, and now Chad Bush, they need to go 91 yards for pay dirt.
All right, let's see it. Just underway, fourth quarter, 11:07 to go. Carr in the shadows of his own end zone to the north side of Molesky Field. And he is going to get hit behind the line of scrimmage and just squirt forward. How about that play by the fine defensive end for St. Mary's? That's Giannis Dijo.
Dijo in there and Kafulis. Those guys kind of, I think they're snuffed out now, that kind of quarterback draw and keeper there. Nice defensive play by those two young men. 29-3 back there.
Giannis playing that 3 technique, a bit undersized, but he was one of the surprises in week 1. Did not start against Adams, but earned the start tonight. And we're seeing why. He's a guy that is into weightlifting, powerlifting, and stronger than his frame would suggest.
Heard you worked out with him the other day. Is that true?
I haven't worked out in 30 years since Central Michigan cut me. There's a catch right side caught, and it's a first down, and that's the big target. The tight end, Braxton Morris. First down.
Morris is wearing a different helmet. He's got number 60 on his helmet, number 80 on his uniform.
Close enough. They can just color in that
that's right.
6 to make it an 8.
But he's had a couple of opportunities just on some quick stuff, and he's taken advantage.
Good size kid. This defensive system is based off of the Minnesota Golden Gopher system. Dan Giesling visited Minnesota this year in the offseason and really sat down to learn the defense.
Oh, yeah?
And
did he row the boat when he was there? There's an old bit.
I didn't ask him. That's a good one. But Paul Haynes and Joe Rossi are the guys that he credits for the University of Minnesota of breaking down this defense that's based on playing fast, starting with quick calls. I mean, they were a 52 defense last year, which I mean, you know, not a lot of 52 defenses still out there. And Frank Janos did a heck of a job at St. Mary's as the defensive coordinator. But Giesling has a new system, and it's working well tonight. Throw over the middle, and the center screen is blown up. Zane Nesson says, eat my red turf. And it's a gain of just 2, and it sets up a 3rd and long. Nice read here by Nesson, the captain.
I like the play call. You get your running back in some space and move him across. But the Nesson was right there to make the play. And I got news for you. If Nesson didn't get him, you had a good feeling that our friend Mr. Bonner was going to get him too.
No doubt.
He was waiting as well. 3rd and 7.
Their own 24, key play for Hudsonville, who made the 2-hour track from Ice Cream City. They're known for more things than ice cream. We'll get to a cool graphic here in a moment. Carr over the middle, caught, but immediately dropped and read quite well by Mr. Coates.
Man, a nice defensive play right there as Dykstra ran a little bit of a slant. Tried to get that first down, but obviously it's a 3 or 4 yard route. He's trying to get 7, and they're going for it here, Chad. 4th down and about 4.
Yeah, wow.
And they're going to go.
Could try to draw off St. Mary's. It's a 5 yard or less position.
This is about 4th and 4.5.
Carr in the gun with his team down 2 with 8.5 left in Orchard Lake.
Watch a pick play on the right. Pick play. Here it comes.
Pocket breaks down, Carr takes off, and Carr is going to have the first down on individual effort and nothing else. What a gutsy play.
I don't know how he did that. They ran the pick on the near side. We all saw it coming. But, my goodness, what a run. Watch this. 1, 2.
Look at that move.
3. 3 defenders he skated through to get the first down. My goodness.
Bonner and White clean him up, but not before the gainer. 8 minutes left. Hudsonville on the push. Nearing the 200-yard mark tonight. St. Mary's 266 yards a total offense in 44 plays.
Chad, the way they are moving right now and how much time they're taking, and it looks like a delay of game or a timeout has to be called, I think Hudsonville's thinking this is the last drive of the game. We're either going to win this drive or lose. We're either going to win on this drive or lose on this drive. I don't think they want to give St. Mary's the football back. They are just taking their time and eating a lot of clock. And 7:40 left, a lot of time left, but that's how they're doing it.
That is Hudsonville, home to many, and really a nice town in the suburbs of Grand Rapids. You see Ray Bentley, the former Central Michigan Chippewa, all-time leading tackler there for quite some time. John Vanderwall.
Wow, the former Expo? Get out of here.
That's right. That's right. And that's Ike Irish.
Nice.
Who is a Hudsonville native.
St. Mary's own.
Yes, he is. And the other fella, can you guess him?
Jamie knows him.
Taylor Lautner. You were correct. Jan got it.
Jamie wins.
And Taylor Lautner was a Hudsonville native. He still considers himself one. And he was there till, I think, his teens. Yep. Yep. So Hudsonville bringing their own potency.
It's a nice area.
Nice area.
Great
now,
folks.
ice cream. Everybody thinks ice cream, right?
Ice cream. Yes.
They left. Now, they were there, but they left, and they went to Holland. They're no longer there.
Really?
Yeah. And the Irishes explained that to me a couple baseball seasons ago. So I got the heads up on it. But, yeah, Hudsonville no longer there. But amazing ice cream, great people, nice suburb of Grand Rapids. Glad they're here. And glad to cover a team from the other side of the state. Now, tomorrow, we'll do the same thing. East versus West, Muskegon in the house to take on De La Salle. We'll have coverage of that at 6:45. Sam Stick Day alongside Evan Stockton. There's a pass that is off the hands of the St. Mary's safety. That was Zane Nesson, the St. Mary's outside linebacker, rather. And this thing changed hands a couple times.
Yeah, hit off of somebody's knee, it looked like. Carr looked right and then threw across his body. Dangerous throw. Off the hands and nearly picked off. But again, it appears that Brent Sandy, they're going to take their time on this drive. Everything's middle of the field right now. And they want to use some clock and maybe score and get out of here.
Yep.
One-score game, down 2.
Short route left side dropped. And it might have been a good thing because that was going to be a loss on the play. Hot pursuit coming from that far corner. And Duke Coates, it's 3rd and long again. Man.
Wow. Tried that quick stuff out on the perimeter. He just dropped it. They have it set up pretty well, but the cornerbacks were right there.
So, next week, St. Mary's will head to Chicago.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, they're going to head to the suburbs of Chicago. They've got a game in the West Burbs, I believe. And Hudsonville will get back to their OK Red business. That's the top league out of the OK, which has like 105 teams. Throw left side to the big tight end is incomplete. No match for the true freshman, A.J. Marks. That's the future of St. Mary's football right there.
He's everywhere. That kid is everywhere. He might be undersized. But
14 years old, Matt.
He's fantastic. Well, punt unit's coming out on 4th and 10. So much for trying to run the clock out.
Allen Marks with the breakup.
They are going to kick. And again, if you're just joining us, the Ferris State look of double punters. One right-footed, one left-footed to kind of throw off the return team a little bit.
Zuderveen is the left-legged kicker. Vanderveen the right-legged kicker. And yeah, this is Ferris State style. And this one's going to go to the righty, who's going to wobble one. Cole Olston back for St. Mary's. Gets the corner, the senior captain down the left sideline. Across midfield to the 49 after a truck job
How about
on
that?
Joshua Ruzian.
How about that? He could have just easily gone out of bounds, but he decided, I'm going to go get 6, 7, 8 more yards. And JermaineGonzales loves it.
Olston's a threat with the ball in his hands. He didn't get the ball last year at Detroit King. He hasn't gotten in his career, but JermaineGonzales says we can use this guy both ways, but we got to be careful with him on the offensive side because we really can't lose him on the defensive. The offense is just bonus.
He lowered that shoulder. Len Karshny, I love that too. Mean mug from Len.
Throw left side. Thomas works his way down to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 7 with 7:07 left in the ballgame.
I'm sorry, Chad. He had the first down. He just kept going. He kind of went backwards a few yards and lost a couple yards, and that's what the coaches are telling him on the sideline. You had the first down, just keep going. Good move, though, for Thomas. He stayed in bounds. Clock running, 6:50 to go. St. Mary's up 2. No reason to go out of bounds. Stay in bounds, let that clock run. Use some clock here.
JermaineGonzales saying we have to get Thomas the football. We have to get him the football more. And I know you've been the biggest supporter of that.
I said that last year.
You sure did. Kevin Air Rogers with a call from the sideline. Throw left side, it's Thomas again.
Stay in bounds.
And he's down at the 40. It is not a first down, or is it?
Close. I think they're going to give it to him.
Okay.
Ladine to Thomas.
Oh, they're going to mark him short, Matt.
Are they?
They're going to mark him to the 41 just to gain a 2 for Thomas, I believe.
Yeah, a good tackle kind of spun him backwards. That's where the ball went. So 3rd and inches here. See if they can draw him off sides.
Leo Wilson checks in to the left of Ladine
again,
in the
Chad,
gun.
You got 13 on the play clock. No reason to snap this thing at all and rush. And now we got flags.
Yeah, delay a game, I believe.
Oh, not a delay. It was 8 on the play clock. Somebody moved.
James Gonzalez, the running backs coach, former Central Michigan Chippewa, and the brother of Jermaine, not happy down there.
That's bad. You got 3rd and inches. You got the clock running. Now your clock stops, and now you're back to 3rd and 6.
Yep, flinch up front.
Start. They've had a bunch of those. JermaineGonzales is going to watch the tape. Gabe Thayer, the right guard. He's been penalized a few times tonight.
That's all right. He helped us move equipment in. It's 5:45 to go. 3rd and 6 now. Ladine left side hitch route. Tipped and caught for a first down. A busted play off the arms of Coates into the hands of Olston. First down, St. Mary's.
Wow, what
Look
a
to
play.
the heavens above, and maybe an extra Hail Mary was said
Wow.
at Mass today.
I mean,
my goodness.
Hudsonville played that nicely. Ladine threw it into some traffic, tipped, and deflected back to Olston. What a play.
Another look here. It's worth it. Left-handed tip. Yeah, maybe an assist.
How about that? That's a hockey assist.
Huge third down conversion. St. Mary's has been pretty good tonight on third downs. They're now 5 of 8.
I'm running the football.
It's a really nice.
I'm running the football right here.
Yeah.
Oh, delay a game. They call a timeout.
Yeah, you got a timeout in.
Yep.
We'll take a timeout with them with 5 minutes even left in this game. This is Gridiron Game Day. We are the Prep.
Thanks, buddy.
They say that this is a game of inches, but I disagree. This is a game of desire and will. 4 quarters of epic drama that plays out in real time, right before our very eyes. And every season begins the same way, with a desire to win. Those with the will to put in the effort and time put themselves in the best position to achieve their desire. This is why we go to work early and come home late. Why we go so hard and why we put in all these hours. Because we have a desire to be great and the will to become everything we dreamed of and more. So when the drama's thick and it comes down to just those few precious inches, we have no doubt what the outcome will be. Because we have the will to outwork anyone to get what we desire. It doesn't matter if it's inches or 100 yards. We want it more, and we're going to take it. That's
Welcome back to Orchard Lake St. Mary's. 1st and 10, handoff left side. It's Zane Nesson, who's been a big part of the rushing attack for St. Mary's. It's a rushing attack that now has 95 yards. Again, got to be proud of that attack. Don Buchanan, Air Raid Rogers. It's been a quick turnaround for this offensive line and run game.
Well, question now for Brent Sandy is when does he start using timeouts? Because if they get a first down here, which they just did, or pretty close to it, clock running. So Coates makes the catch. 3rd and 1 at the 30. Hudsonville's got all 3 timeouts. Chad, 4:18 left. They've got to get a stop here.
7 different Eaglets have caught the ball tonight, led by Antwon Thomas. 7 catches for 71 yards and a touchdown. Throw left side, quick hitter. Kafoulis caught inside the 25 to the 24. And that's a first down.
Great play design. Hudsonville thinking run. And Kafoulis makes a catch. Really nice design. Right, watch this. Just beautiful play.
Catch is good enough for Eaglet. First down.
Well, clock running, Chad. 3:45 and counting here.
St. Mary's looking to add on.
Run the football.
Keep the clock moving. No doubt. The run is intriguing here, especially in a first down chance.
Hudsonville's got to use timeouts after this first play, you think? Yep.
Sure.
There it is. Tripped up. Nice play.
No timeout yet.
Wow, that's surprising. I'd be using him. Rusian on the play. He's been all over the field tonight, number 44 in white. Leo limping off the field. Nesson going to come back in. A little bit surprised that no timeout was being used here.
I am too, Matt. Ladine has been very accurate tonight. You can't say it enough outside of that one pick, Matt. 21 to 25 in the game. And he's been a big part of tonight's attack, thrown for 200 yards. Play action here again. Coates left side. And on 2nd and 12, breaks a tackle on his feet. Touchdown, Duke Coates.
Levine gets it through from somewhere.
And the Eaglets might have turned the lights out on the guys from Hudsonville. Just like that.
Touchdown, St.
Another 33-yard touchdown pass. That was crazy. Watch Coates come back and get it, and watch the block on the outside. The defensive back got flattened, and then Coates kept his feet. And an all-important extra point here, Chad. This would make it a two-possession game.
A bust-open job, and this could take it to 2 scores, you're right. This is a big one. Snap from Chudler, hold from Bartis, the kick from Leib, and it is good. So with 2:39 to go, St. Mary's 23, Hudsonville 14. A big drive and answer for the Eaglets. How about Coates?
Man, oh man. And they kept throwing the football. That shows the confidence that they have in their quarterback, Braden Ladine. And Coates just made a play. He got a great block down the field from his teammate. Just a flattened job by Dizen. And, man, what a play. 27-yard touchdown. That was beautiful.
It was a drive that lasted 4 minutes, 37 seconds. It took 7 plays, and it went 50 yards. And with 2:39 to go, St. Mary's may have clinched it with that touchdown. What effort from Duke Coates.
Great effort. Cole Osteen, give him credit, too, for that block.
Big run after catchability.
Credit to the St. Mary's coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
Could have easily just said, hey, listen, we're going to run the football. They'll use some timeouts. I was calling for them to run because they haven't been able to stop it. But he said, hey, let's make some quick throws. Let's make those cornerbacks come up and make a play because they've been kind of playing back all night, worried about the deep ball, which they should be.
Yep.
And man, oh man. Floodgates have opened up here, Chad. Now, if you're St. Mary's, you want to be, tackle, no penalties, don't stop the clock. And Hudsonville's got to move in, move fast.
Both of Coates' catches were on that drive. He has 2 for 31, and that touchdown was big. Haas with the return. And Haas will get him across the 30, but with 2.5 minutes left, Hudsonville has to wing it. And St. Mary's and Dan Giesling will be sitting back in that defense, just kind of waiting, that 4-2-5 defense.
Yep. Well, this. Eli Vanderveen, number 1, will certainly be the big target here. He's alone on the far sideline. But give credit to St. Mary's. They played well tonight. Cleaner game than they played last week. And let's see if Hudsonville can try to mount a comeback here quickly.
Now, Adams is no joke, right?
Oh,
I mean, second or third best team maybe in the state, maybe the best team in the state. Who knows? But you'd have to take that loss with a grain of salt.
Well, it's the first game. Your defense is ahead of your offense. You kind of, you set up your defense a certain way with this 4-2-5, and you're going up against a Veer team. Forget it.
Right.
You don't have enough linebackers, and you're not going to scrap everything that you've been doing in training camp for one game. They did the best they could and tried to make some adjustments, but this is more of the type of teams that they're going to play. Spread offenses. This is the way of high school football, college really in the pro now, just a lot of spread.
Thrown down the middle of the field, and this is pass interference.
Wow.
A lot of touching down the middle of the field, and Olston's going to get busted for it.
Late flag. Carson Dykstra coming over the middle. You see the pump fake. And, a little bit of a bump. Olstein got him. So that'll move the football, Chad, to about the 50 or 40, 45, 46-yard line. And stops the clock. We talked about it. One thing you don't want to be doing right now is committing penalties.
Yeah, it's something to clean up, if there is something to clean up for sure after this one. St. Mary's is 9 penalties in the game for 66 yards. So, it's a big number. Back to pass, left side Carr, out route caught. It's Dykstra. He needed to get to the 43. He didn't. He's just short of it. Second down.
What you got to be careful of now is there's going to be a lot of sideline routes and a lot of short stuff. And then boom. Watch number 1, Eli, running down the sidelines. Deep.
There's JermaineGonzales.
No deep safeties right now shown by St. Mary's, so that deep ball is available if they want it.
Carr back, looking over the middle, got a man caught and dropped.
That's a touchdown. What did I say? The safety was playing up. Vanderveen got behind him, and that's a huge drop. Watch this. Pumps. Got him.
How about that throw?
Right in the breadbasket.
Perfect.
Wow.
Hudsonville made it to the state finals in 1998. They lost to a team by the name of Farmington Harrison. It's no longer around. They would lose in 2000 to Brother Rice. And they would lose in the state title in 2003 to Brother Rice as well.
Who was my man that was coach at Harrison? Legendary.
John Harrington,
yes,
who is now coaching at North Farmington and coaching under the coach that was his defensive coordinator at Harrison. Billy escapes me. Apologize. But, yeah, North Farmington took him in.
Wow.
Wisely.
How about that?
4th and 4 here, Matt. This is it for Hudsonville.
Did Drew Stanton go to Farmington Hills Harrison?
He sure did. In fact, he led them in that 98 team. Good
right.
call.
Now
Very good.
Talking. Now we're talking.
Very good.
Wasn't Matt Shepard the quarterback at North Farmington?
He may have been. He may have been. I know Matt did go to Central, or he went to Central Michigan, and he did go to North Farmington. I don't think he was a quarterback.
I think he was.
Was he?
Yeah.
All right. We'll get back on that.
Yeah, partner.
That's right. We'll find out in week 3. 4 wide for Hudsonville. 4th and 4 with 2:09 left from midfield.
Nice area. Here we go.
Carr, pocket breaks down, looking deep, improvising, and that is out of bounds. And that is it for this game. And JermaineGonzales and the St. Mary's Eaglets are on their way to going 1-1.
Huge win for this team and for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. After that drive where Hudsonville, as you watch the defense here, everybody in coverage, everybody staying in their lanes, no penalties. And after that early drive where Hudsonville took the lead, St. Mary's responded at the end of the half, took some momentum into that halftime locker room, and did a really nice job here of defense making plays, and the offense, the playmakers, getting the ball in the hands of their wide receivers. 3 touchdown passes tonight, too, for Ladine. Now, take some knees, run the ball, and get out of here.
Yep. Ladine with an accomplished day, 22 of 26. And 3 touchdown passes to go with just 1 pick. Carr, 13 of 29 for 130 yards. Ladine's thrown for 226. Timeout on the field, 1:53 left. We want to thank our friends at Success Mortgage Partners. In today's ever-changing real estate and mortgage lending world, professionals have never been higher. A need to have a professional has never been higher. At Success Mortgage Partners, our mission is for every borrower to receive level 10 service, and our goal is to get you the lowest rate possible. We want you to have an experience of a lifetime. Navigating a turbulent market like this, it really needs to be handled by a real professional. Call Todd Barr now at 734-674-6154 and put 20 years of local knowledge to use for you and your family. Success Mortgage Partners Incorporated supports equal housing opportunity. NMLS ID number 1130056. This is informational only and is not an offer of credit or commitment to lend. Success Mortgage Partners Incorporated to learn more about your eligibility for its mortgage products. Handoff up the middle with under 2 to go on a 2nd and 11. Timeout. So Hudsonville in line to get the ball back, Matt, with about 1:30 left.
No, it's a 2-score game. I mean,
yeah,
they're using their timeouts. They're doing what they have to do. They're going to try to poke the ball away and get that last stop. But right now, too little, too late. To me, it would be a prayer with 1:49 to go to get 2 scores here. And give credit to St. Mary's, really up front. The offensive line, the defensive line did a nice job tonight. And Hudsonville played a decent game. I mean, they were right in this thing. It was a 2-point game with Hudsonville having the football. A couple of big drop passes tonight that they'd love to get back for sure. But it's a good football team. And Brent Sandy talked about it with us the other day. I mean, it seems like every year they have to travel so far in their non-conference. And then in their league, there's going to be some really good teams, and it's always tough when you're going up against the likes of Rockford and Granville and teams like that. But they're going to be right in this thing. I like what Trey Carr brings to the table, and they really, really miss Brad Reardon tonight.
Yep, that's right. This is a nice 2-game series for St. Mary's and Hudsonville. Stick around.
Two close games. I like it.
Yeah, for sure. Not over yet. Hitch route left side. Thomas is dropped immediately. That's his 8th catch of the night. He has a touchdown reception of 33 yards. Ladine's numbers continue to get gaudier. He's now 23 of 27 in this game with 3 touchdowns. Punting time for St. Mary's with 1:40 and clock rolling.
It doesn't look like they're going to punt. I don't know what they're doing.
Maybe take a timeout and
Maybe
run it
they
down.
run the clock down. Yep. Ciolik made a really nice tackle on that last play.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to line up, it looks like, for now. Game clock at 1:26. Play clock at 13. And use some clock here and then take a late timeout. We got 3 of them to use. Smart play.
Don't forget, we'll have coverage of Muskegon and Warren de La Salle tomorrow, 6:45. Evan Stockton and Stick Day with a call. We'll take a quick timeout and come back for the final 1 minute, 11 seconds. This is Gridiron Game Day. We are the Prep.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Fourth and 12, St. Mary's will punt. Jenner Leib is in. He'll stand inside his own 35. It's low, and they're going to say that Leib took his knee and got up before. He scooped it up. That was a big play. That could have been a huge loss.
That's a great eye by you, Chad, because he had to go down to get it, and if your knee's touching, there's no punt, and the ball's down at the 35-yard line. Let's see here.
Hudsonville asked about it, and I saw the official point and say he came up with it. It was up.
Oh, I don't know. That's close. That's real close.
Yeah, either way, it's a fine play by Jenner Leib to scoop it up and get it off. But, yeah, did he have his knee down?
When he had the football.
He might have saved him 50 yards on the play.
That's a nice eye by you.
Well,
you still got it. You still got it?
Yeah, thank you. You too. 1:05 left. Out route caught. It's a first down, a gain of 11 on the play. It's to a fresh face. It's Jack Eulig on the catch. That's his 2nd catch of the night. And with 1:01 left, Hudsonville would love to put one more score up.
These kids get opportunities. There's only so many games. So even with a minute to go and down 9, you play it out. You go for it. You always think in the back of your mind, hey, we can hit a big one, get an onside kick, and have a miracle. You never know. Clock has not hit all zeros yet.
We're under a minute. Out route again, same play. And St. Mary's 3 deep. They're going to give everything up underneath, as they should.
And, we got a first down? Nope. Second and 2. Great to have high school football back, Chad. Great to have more of a sense of normalcy.
Yeah, it's a clean season.
Couple of years, just with COVID and everything, and obviously folks still getting sick, and we take all precautions, but it's been more normal tonight than the last 2 years you and I have done games.
It has. There's a catch at midfield. And the big fella's been active tonight. That's Braxton Morris.
He's a good player.
Mm-hmm.
Clock running, no timeouts.
Out route again. Ulig snatches it. He's out of bounds at the 43.
He's had a couple of those that he's had to pull in on the side of his body. He dropped the one earlier on the big 4th down play. That time held on to this one.
8-yard gain on the play. 34 seconds left. We'll talk to some players after this one. Stick around. Lexi Ayala has a busy postgame planned. Matt and I will run you through the highlights, and then we'll get him off to his northern Macomb County mansion.
Easy.
Throw left side Carr. Looking deep. Got a man.
That's
pass interference.
Gotta be.
What?
Wow.
Okay.
They're letting him play.
My bad.
Maybe the officials are thinking, 28 seconds left to score game. Little hand contact. Let's see.
Okay, maybe I read it wrong.
Morris going for it.
You know what? I did. I will.
Good defense?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I take
Stand
that
corrected.
back. I stand corrected. Duke Coates with fabulous coverage.
Yeah, he's played well, both sides.
And I will say the officials have been outstanding tonight,
They
if I
have.
may.
Yeah,
They've
they
been
have.
really good.
Oh, yeah.
Really
Very good
good. So
job.
I wasn't trying to knock our officials either. These
No, they've
officials
done
work
well.
very hard for very little. So we appreciate them. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. 3rd and 3, right side, out route, Ulig again. Carbon copy, his 4th catch of the drive. And again, Hudsonville wants to get in the end zone. They want points here. This is a builder. I know it's cliche. No, it's not. I mean, guys want to get in the end zone and make that ride back a little bit sweeter and have some confidence going into next week.
No question about it. And Ulig's been the guy over the last couple of minutes with the short stuff and out of bounds. But again, they're running out of time. 24 seconds left and no timeouts.
Little wheel route left side, and not looking or open was Dykstra. But a fine wheel play.
Carr has a little bit of Brett Favre in him and a little bit wearing number 4 of Jim Harbaugh. Don't you think?
Yeah,
Tough.
Gutsy,
can run a little bit.
Good athlete. You know he's smart, 4.0.
Yep.
Well defended by the Eaglets. A lot of individual coaches on staff this year for St. Mary's. JermaineGonzales has brought back a lot of former players, people that are associated with the program and went here, played football here. St. Mary's guys.
Out of bounds.
Incomplete with 16 seconds left. St. Mary's by 9, looking to go to 1-1. Hudsonville's 0-2, but Matt, you look at what they have and not having Reardon tonight, we hope he gets back. I mean, look, this program's going to have some fun in the OK Red.
I think so. They have a better offense than they've shown. 15 points last week, right now 14, especially with Trey Carr and what they have on the outside and some of the receivers. They're going to be better. And they've protected him pretty well compared to last week.
It'd be fun to see what happened if Reardon was here. Coming off the edge, it's Janda. Misses the sack. Here comes Big JoJo. Carr fires wide open. It's the running back down the right side, inside the 5. And a little improv Brett Favre right there. But it's Connor Brittenall with a big play. The sophomore has him knocking on the door with 3 seconds left.
They're going to try for one last play here, Chad. And snap it and go. 2, 1. This is, they spiked it, but that's it.
They will give him one more play. This is not, yes, they will. It's not over. Yep.
Wow. All right.
Yep.
JermaineGonzales is saying,
yeah.
I guess if you have 3 seconds and you snap it and spike it, but
yeah, it was close.
They're going to give him one more down. Basically an untimed down here.
One more play. St. Mary's will play at Naperville North. Hudsonville will play Granville next week. A rival.
A lot of Vills.
It's their rival. Yeah, a lot of Vills. The Ville. And we've got a penalty and a false start, and the game is now over.
Wait.
Or is it not?
No. They have to run the play.
Well, that horn got a little bit, delay a game. Okay. He accepts it, and the game should be over, no? Okay. Well, this game just doesn't want to end.
I know.
Lexi Ayala's chomping at the bit, foaming at the mouth. She's got a post-game report from the field coming up.
The ref's mic hasn't worked all night. He's talking to nobody.
Yeah. I wonder who can hear him.
One more play. Now, if the play would have been run and there would have been a false start while the clock was running, then there would have been a 10-second runoff in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's the horn that It's unnecessary. Rolling right side and throws it at James Ferris, our creative director, who wants nothing to do with it. The ball game's over.
Big game, James.
23-14, St. Mary's over Hudsonville. A ball game that saw Hudsonville score the first touchdown. We saw back and forth, a tight battle, a well-contested game. And week 2, both teams got a little bit better, Matt.
They did, and JermaineGonzales has to be pleased with what his skill position guys did tonight. Mooney and the rest. Thomas and Coates all making plays in the passing game. I mean, St. Mary's is not used to putting up a 3-touchdown night in the air. Going back to the George Porritt days, but JermaineGonzales, this is a new breath of fresh air after a legendary career from George, and a new offense and a new look. And tonight, a great result, a home win for them as they win at 23-14.
Highlights and post-game interviews coming up next here on the Prep. Thanks for watching. Don't go anywhere. This is Gridiron Game Day.
Oh, yeah.
Carry number 9.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being.
They say that this is a game of inches, but I disagree. This is a game of desire and will. 4 quarters of epic drama that plays out in real time right before our very eyes. And every season begins the same way, with a desire to win. Those with the will to put in the effort and time put themselves in the best position to achieve their desire. This is why we go to work early and come home late. Why we go so hard and why we put in all these hours. Because we have a desire to be great and the will to become everything we dreamed of and more. So when the drama's thick and it comes down to just those few precious inches, we have no doubt what the outcome will be. Because we have the will to outwork anyone to get what we desire. It doesn't matter if it's inches or 100 yards. We want it more and we're going to take it. That's game.
Carry number 9.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Welcome back to Orchard Lake St. Mary's, Molesky Field. St. Mary's wins it 23-14 in week 2. The Eaglets go to 1-1. Hudsonville goes to 0-2. Your thoughts on this game, Matt?
Well, it was fun. It was good to see both these teams kind of bounce back from last week and not play great football at all. I think they both admitted they wanted to improve. I think we saw improvement from both, which is what you want at this level. But the better team won, and that was St. Mary's. Blocking, tackling, doing it all. Early in the game, of course, the 31-yard field goal to kind of get things started from Jenner Leib, 32 yards out. It was a nice little momentum lifter for that team to be able to score first. But then the bounce back play, Trey Carr, and that long drive, 16 plays, 73 yards to make it 7-3 in the second quarter. And then, of course, St. Mary's got the football. They didn't sit on it. Minute and a half to go. They go the length of the field. And then there was that man, Braden Ladine to Antwon Thomas from 33 yards out at the break, Chad. It was 10-7 St. Mary's. Second half, more the same with that passing game. Ladine to the big fella, Ryan Mooney. He was able to break away just like that. Beautiful play, a pass and a catch. And it was a 16-7 lead. Then the interception. Koch made a really nice play, a step in front that kind of brought some momentum to the side of Hudsonville. And Koch playing, of course, for the injured Reardon. Did a nice job as he kind of limps off the field there, but that was a big play because the ball went back to Hudsonville. Man, Trey Carr to the big fella, Eli down the sideline, Vanderveen for the touchdown. And just like that, it was a 16-14 game, and Hudsonville was right there.
The Ville.
Yeah, but again, this was kind of the backbreaker. Staying on his feet, Duke Coates from 27 yards out was beautiful down the left sideline, and that did it. That sort of sealed the deal as Orchard Lake St. Mary's wins the football game 23-14. Three touchdown passes tonight for Braden Ladine. He played very, very well tonight. 23 out of 27, 228 yards, 3 touchdowns, and that interception, Chad.
Yep, great job.
He was efficient, very efficient.
Senior. It was his best game, and St. Mary's rewarded with the win. And receiving the football, Antwon Thomas, 8 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown. Ryan Mooney with 3 catches, 49 yards, and a touchdown. Both those guys had 33-yard strikes they caught. And we're going to talk to both of those guys now. Lexi Ayala is down on the field with a special guest.
I'm Lexi Ayala here with wide receiver Antwon Thomas. Antwon, what a game on every side that you play on. What made it happen? Where'd the spark come from?
I mean, a team with players like, Braden Ladine, Duke, our captains, our coaching staff, they encouraged us, they encouraged me as a team. So, I do it for them more than I do it for myself.
Hey, and we need Braden over here. Braden, come get in here. We need our QB. Braden Ladine. This was a dynamic duo out there tonight. Braden, how'd you find him so many times?
Man, I don't know. He's a stud. This is my guy. He's been on varsity since freshman year. I mean, I was throwing to him last year. That's my guy now. So we're gonna keep rocking. More Chuddies on the way. I'm telling you.
And this is the first win of the season with a great student section here supporting you guys. How's it feel? How important is it to do this in front of your fans?
Man, it's just exciting. The crowd hype us up, and then we just, we do it for them, It's like a movie for them, We hype them up.
And Braden, Coach told me that you have finally come into your own in this leadership role, and he said he's extra hard on that QB position because that's what he played. How's it feel to know that you finally have control of this squad?
Feels great, actually. I love having the leadership. I mean, the captains, we're all leaders. I mean, we're leading this team. We're always getting hyped. It's great. I love it. I love our team. We're good.
And finally, your defense, we have to shout them out, too. You guys held Hudsonville to just 14 points. Let me know how the defense is so strong.
Man, the defense started off, it's really the communication, the coaching staff. Like I said, we got great coaching staff. And then, we all brothers out here, so we work as a team. So we get the job done as a team.
Last one for you, Braden. This is a lot of adjustment going on this year. It's a new offense. Tell me how you've been able to adjust and make it work.
I mean, it's been great. Right when Coach Kev came in, we had an instant connection. I liked him. He liked me. We always had communication. We talked every day. We went over everything every day, and practice pays off, just like what happened here. So.
Well, great job, guys. This is Lexi Ayala with Antwon Thomas and Braden Ladine. Great job, guys. Go celebrate with your team. I'll catch up with Coach right now. All lies. Coach, I mean, that's the dynamic duo right there. What do you have to say about those two guys?
We know what Antwon brings to the table every day. He's a dynamic player every time he touched the ball. Braden, he's just been a leader for us all year, all the way through winter, conditioning, spring ball, 7-on-7s. We know that he can let it loose when he wants to, so he's just been doing everything we need on the offensive side from a leadership standpoint. So just proud of the whole team. Our O-line is just getting better and better each week. Our defense is playing their lights out. They just doing everything they need to do to just play smart, sound football. Special teams were solid for us today. But obviously all areas we need to improve and get better, and we go take it week by week. That's all we can do, but it's a good start for us this week to get a win. So,
Coach, a couple mental lapses in that first half, but seemed like almost everything was going right for you in the second half. What was the message to the team at halftime to really spark them and get them going?
Just be disciplined. Do your job. We're big on the saying that we say to everybody, just do your job, and everybody dialed in and did their job, and when that's when good things happen for us. So just a resilient group, smart, and they know how to compete, and they fearless. So.
First win of the season, it's got to feel good. What's it mean for the season going forward?
It's great momentum for us and the boys. Like I said, getting the monkey off my back, obviously, and the team. We wanted to win, and this was a good week to to try to dial in and get one, and it worked out for us, and everything went our way a little bit today, so we can, get the W. So.
Awesome. Coach, go celebrate with your team. I appreciate it.
Excellent work, Lexi Ayala, all night long on the sidelines. Thank you to JermaineGonzales, Antwon Thomas, Braden Ladine, and the hardworking folks in that sideline crew. Matt, St. Mary's wins at 23-14. JermaineGonzales, the first win in the Gonzales era. What do you see in this era that's going to be a little bit different than things we saw out of the previous?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, just the tradition here is the same. I mean, it's just great student section, great atmosphere tonight. All the parents that came out honoring the baseball team. And JermaineGonzales knows what George Porritt, his mentor, meant to this program and wants to continue the tradition, but things are going to be done a little bit differently. I mean, they are going to pass the football. It's going to be a little bit more fun, the air raid offense, like you said, with Kevin Rogers. And these kids are having a lot of fun. You could just see that after the game. And for Jermaine, just to get that first win, there's, after last week, there's nights he was up going, will I get it? How will I get it? What's it going to be like? Now to get that first win, he can breathe a sigh of relief and focus on next week and getting the team ready for their Chicago trip.
And for Brent, Sandy, and Hudsonville, what's ahead for them?
I like their team. I like Trey Carr, and I think they're going to be better than their 0-2 record shows right now. I really do. Mm-hmm. I think that they just made some mistakes tonight with a couple of drop passes, and they didn't do great against. They did not do all that well against the pass. Certainly, the deep ball hurt them tonight. Defensively, but I think they're there. I think they have a pretty good football team, and they were right there tonight until the end. So it'd
be unfair to say that without Reardon, it was a factor. I mean,
that hurts.
We know how good of a player he was. It could have made a factor, but I guess knowing that if you're Hudsonville, it has to feel good that you did as well as you did, and you didn't have him. So both teams will move on. It's week 2. Matt Derry, I want to thank you very much. Always a pleasure and a joy to work with you.
Thank you, brother.
Great job, Diesel. I want to thank our hardworking crew, starting with our field crew, doing a great job down there. Kyle Griffin helping us as our sideline corner coordinator. Want to thank also down there our parabolic mic operator, Sam Fisher, otherwise known as Fish, and Brandon Cardenas on camera down there doing a great job all night. Thank you for our sideline crew. Lexi Ayala doing great work on sideline. Alex Westfall is our captain and our executive producer. We appreciate his great work from the truck. Alex Mayer, our technical director. Chase Kaufman, the associate producer on replay. Evan Westfall on graphics. Kenzie Kassar on audio. Rob Sarna on camera 1 to our right. Bradley Ross right next to him. Matt Schwartz on camera 3, high above the field goal post. And camera 4, as we mentioned, Brandon Cardenas. Want to thank Benji Biole as our Game 5 drone operator. And James Ferris, your creative director. Julia Pisano, your creative associate. Pat the Stat Bush on statistics in his home digs of Kego Harbor. And Jamie Janssen tearing it up as the stat captain tonight to our right. Thank you to everyone for making this broadcast possible. My name is Chad Bush. We'll talk to you tomorrow night from LTU and Blue Devils Stadium. Evan Stockton will have the call right here on Gridiron Game Day. A double dip, a Thursday-Friday battle. Number 1, De La Salle will bring in Muskegon. We're looking forward to talking to you at 6:45. Thanks so much for watching Gridiron Game Day Week 2. My name is Chad Bush for my partner, Matt Derry, and my partner, Lexi Ayala. So long from Orchard Lake.